Games I play are still like minimum time on each game.
All ready to go.
Yep.
I don't remember
Alright,
what we were
I'm
doing.
working. Bring up the map.
10 days straight.
Well, you guys are at a certain
Periods.
city.
Water City still?
You guys are in Vire.
Oh, that's right. The party. Yes, the party!
Mm-hmm.
Party time! I'm excited.
map.
Freedom's excited. Freedom likes partying. Not partying itself, he likes garnering attention at the party. Yes, yes. That's it.
And here's an actual map of the place.
Oh.
That's right, they
you
want
guys
us to...
met a... you guys returned the deeds to Molly Mayapple, who has, as a favor, you know, has agreed to bring you as guests to a banquet being held by the Queen of Delights, and is also letting you stay at her hostel.
Yep.
And she told you that the banquet is in a few days. And she was counseling you on things you guys should do or know for the banquet.
Yeah, we bought,
some things. I bought,
you guys got yourself some
fancy
clothes, yeah.
dinerware and...
Yeah, and I think
as a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she was saying that you guys should buy some... You guys should
I think
each
we
buy
already
a
did.
gift
Yeah.
for your hostess.
Yeah.
I saw it.
I don't think I actually deducted the gold from my inventory yet for it, though, but, yeah. Oh no, I did for the expensive outfit. Because I have that, that's
yeah, I
on
don't
my
think you
inventory
guys have
already.
gone to buy
But I don't
the
think I did
gifts
for the
yet.
gift. I think I decided I was buying the collection of Ustalovic books or whatever, though.
Yeah,
But so I'm gonna spend like $100, 100 gold on a collection of novels as well.
Well, if you guys want to go shopping for the gifts, that means you guys have to enter the markets.
Yeah. Well, I think we were there
Sounds good
already.
to me.
But yes.
And the markets are actually quite quiet and dead almost during the day. So the best time to go, or the ideal time, would be to go during the evening, where they come alive.
Okay.
So I assume you guys go to the markets then during the evening.
Sure.
Yeah.
The main question I have is, if we're going to South Market, where is North Market?
It's all South Market.
That hurts my head.
Don't worry.
I guess South can be a noun sometimes.
Yeah. But you guys go there, and this market is unlike anything you guys have ever seen. It is alive.
Like tentacles moving around alive, or
No,
almost.
Like the hills are the Sound of Music.
Ooh, I like that one.
To an extreme. It seems like once you guys enter, it might actually be no small feat getting what you guys want and getting out.
Okay.
I think I kind of briefly described the opal market before.
Yeah.
It is a, let's see, it says, the great market of Vyre sprawls in the city's heart, quiet and slumbering by day, yet waking at night into a riot of color. Outlandish bargains can be claimed in the opal market, and fortunes made for those lucky enough to attract the right attention at the right time. And there's like a bunch of things it lists that like you could find here. But yeah, do you guys enter the markets?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Okay. It's gonna be a mini game or something.
You must fight the market. Alright. Leon will be with you guys, but he'll be doing his own thing. Everyone's gonna have their own little market adventure here. That way, your experience here is an unforgettable one. This will
Yeah,
be
find
a
it.
short series of random rolls to see what happens to you guys in the markets.
Matt, I need to find a monkey paw with a bauble on it and give it, put it in Caleb's inventory.
I don't know if Caleb will want it.
Or not Caleb, Drew's character's inventory.
Leon.
Yeah, just the mess of them.
Alright, William, why don't you go ahead and roll a percentage?
Wait, who's that?
Oh, Willem? You mean Amon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the city of Vyre, so any name he gives is what people are gonna call him. That's one of the
Oh,
laws of Vyre.
I forgot.
Yeah, I'm Willem Duval on Lightning Hugel now.
64. Alright. Willem, as you enter the markets, you are immediately set upon by beggars who are just waiting for the nearest person to come and poke their heads in. These beggars are aggressive. They're not just sitting on the sides. They're coming. They see you and they're coming after you.
Oh.
You have an option between two skill rolls. You can either use stealth to try and hide from the beggars, or you can disguise yourself as someone who doesn't look like they have very much money.
Or you can use the third skill, Fireball.
I fireball the beggars. No, I don't do that.
Well, remember, one of the rules of Vyre is that no one is below you.
Yeah, I'll.
Right.
I was gonna say I could. I was wondering if I almost wondering if I could just try to like placate them by just telling them, "Oh, I sympathize," but not actually pay them anything. But I'll try to avoid them first because I can do stealth decently.
Hmm
I'll try it.
All of these have a whatchamacallit, have skills that are untrained. So there's no one thing that you can get locked out of.
Sure. So
Oh, a
19 is not a very
19.
good roll. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Alright. You don't necessarily give them stuff. It's just you fail to hide from them, and they kind of waste your time for a while.
Okay.
It's very, like, oh. Alright. Next in initiative. Caleb, why don't you roll a percentage?
We know how this goes. Okay.
If you roll 100, then it's a possible combat.
Nailed it. Ah. I saw a 10. I thought it was going to be 100.
14. Alright. Caleb, as you enter the markets, there is a sudden explosion of performance. These street performers are not just content to have their own little space among everyone. They're moving into crowds, captivating eyes and whatnot, which means they're kind of getting in your way. You can either give me an acrobatics to
Or
nimbly
intimidate.
avoid the performers, or you can stealth to hide from them.
Dang it. I will do the acrobatics.
Or you can give me a perform check to try and perform with them.
Yeah, I don't have that. Okay, I
Oh, an acrobatics.
cartwheel away.
Yeah. You do. There's like the guys on stilts, like you move between them deftly and back into a less dense part of the crowd. You even get some like hoots and hollering at you. Seems some people enjoy how you move as well. All right. The halfling here, known as Flash. Get it? Because he's Barry.
Yeah.
He's very swift.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to change it for that for this.
Why don't you go and roll a percentage? Oh, 94. All right.
94.
This is one of the rougher ones here. This is actually not a skill check. This is one of the 3 saves.
Okay.
Let's see how swift
Hopefully
you
it's
are.
low.
This is a reflex save.
reflex.
There is a sudden crash near you.
Wow.
Oh no.
He's probably like lost in the crowd, can't see what happened.
Yep. You walk right into something, like a display, and it comes toppling all over you. You're not hurt, but the merchant whose display that was is upset, and you waste some of your time trying to help him get it put back together. But no harm, no foul.
Alright.
Freedom, why don't you roll a percentage?
Ooh.
A 34. Freedom. Near you, people are suddenly going crazy because there's a flash sale nearby.
Oh, I thought it was me. Dang it. Alright, what's the sale? I must see.
You see Barry up in the slave stockades.
Well, it might be something that you're looking for, Freedom. It might just be what the gifted is you want or related to it.
Oh.
You can give me a perception to see if you can find it yourself, or a diplomacy if you want to mingle with all of the excited crowds.
Oh, mingle, of course. Like, psh. Shit. I should have got the gift.
It continues to baffle you, Freedom, how absorbed in the commerce and the prospect of getting a great deal is on something, because they're just completely uninterested in talking to you, despite your really great looks and your personable attitude.
I'm like trying
It
to be
seems like
personable
money
during
really
a
talks
Black
here.
Friday sale.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't that Nicolas Cage? Who gives a shit? We're here for
Where's the TV? Get the TV before somebody else does it!
yeah, seriously.
All right. This is all a best out of 3, so let's see how you guys do. Willem, for round 2, go ahead and roll a percentage. A 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Willem. This you might be close to freedom here because there's a rushing crowd coming your way. And you are suddenly swept up in bodies. You can either roll me an escape artist to free yourself from the deluge of bodies, or you can ride the crowd with a ride check.
Those are both terrible rolls for me, so I guess I'm doing escape artist with a single rank and hoping for the best.
Ride the crowd, dude. That's fun. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't have ranks in that, so no. I'm not going to succeed either of these rolls.
Yep. They kind of take you with them. It's difficult to escape though. The rushing crowd. It leaves you a little bit, staggered, but you're not harmed, and you're pretty sure nobody tried to steal anything from you.
You might want to double
Alright.
check your pockets. That's like Game Master
It
hint
is
that
a
somebody might
grave
have stolen
offense
from you.
to steal here in Vi. Even though you'd think that people would try to pickpocket left and right here. Alright, Caleb. Give me a percentage. Let's see what happens with you. I'm surprised we've all rolled unique rolls so far. A 67.
That's unique.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
there's
that's another
100
one.
options here. I mean, right?
Well, not 100 options.
Or your
There
table
are
isn't 100
13.
things.
I made a table of like 13 different things.
Oh.
You guys just have just happened to roll, yeah, new stuff. All right, 67. There's booming demand for certain items, and you know one of these things might be what you're planning on getting as a gift.
Uh-oh.
But you're in luck. You can either manipulate the crowd by bluffing to them that something else is very valuable and in demand, or you can intimidate them to
Yes!
try and get them out of your way as you make it through
Get
the
out of
markets.
my way! It's actually 2 less unless I'm trying to demoralize. So it's actually a 31.
All right, well, Caleb, you succeed. You know how to get people out of your way if you need to.
He starts swinging his scythe.
Non-violently, of course.
Oh, okay.
He just has that force of personality. Whatever it is that's
I mean, I
that's
can
in
literally
demand here,
cause
Caleb,
people to
you're
become
gonna try
it
and
might
find
be
it.
his tone of voice. I don't know.
Well,
Good job,
he's
you
pretty
succeed.
bulky too, for like strength-wise.
Flash.
So he's
for a
massive.
half elf, yeah.
Go ahead and give me a percentage. A 21. All right. We're doing great on the unique rolls. While you're shopping, Flash, you run across some merchants that one would call some hustlers. You can see they have what you want at a good price by giving me an appraise check or a sense motive to make sure they're not trying to rip you off.
Do sense motive because the other one's not trained or no skill points in it. Jesus. Oh,
That's a
whoops, I rolled
ride.
ride.
That's a ride.
Whoops. Yep.
You can
I
re-roll.
guess-
You can go sense motive.
Alright. Alright. That's not that much.
It's not a very good roll.
Yeah. He's
Alright.
more just overwhelmed, probably.
You think that these guys might just be con men, and yeah, you spend a lot of time trying to basically say no to them, and whether you buy something or not, you make sure that you've kind of wasted a bit of time here.
Yeah.
when you think
So,
that
2
you could have
times.
better spent somewhere else. Well, so far Caleb is the only one who's gone 2 for 2. Freedom, go give me your percentage.
Okay.
Okay, our first repeat. Freedom, you find a group of performers.
Ooh.
There's like some fire breathing, some weapons twirling, dancers and music. You can either acrobatics to avoid the as they move around and perform within the streets and the crowd. You can stealth to hide from them, or you can use a perform action to join in the performance.
I join!
Oh, you super do. You insert yourself seamlessly into one of the dance numbers.
Yay! Freedom's
People are
distracted.
clapping and yeah, people are clapping and there's a lot of attention on you, Freedom. And the performers don't even take it as a like, who is this? They're just like, oh yeah, get this person.
Yeah, perform. Alright.
Yep, you meet some performers and they
I like
like
this
you.
town.
And yeah, they don't even they get your name, I guess, whatever it is you want to give them, and they give you their troop name, and they say, yeah, hopefully we'll meet again.
Ah, I'll tell them Freedom. Yeah.
They chuckle at the name. They assume it's, of course, not your actual name, but they still
Like
call
a
you
stage
Freedom.
name or something, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, especially because it's Vire, so everybody has fake names.
Yeah.
Good for Freedom. Alright. The last round of market shenanigans. Willem, go ahead and give me a percentage. A 12. Well, you know, third time's the charm. Uh, Yet again, you find some more performers.
Okay. I don't. I have okay stealth, so I'll do that.
Alright, this time,
I'll keep their
you do
attention while you
manage to
stealth
hide
around.
yourself away. Yeah, you manage to keep yourself away. This troupe here, or these performers, they seem pretty, like they're trying to get audience involvement. Like they're pulling people from the street and either doing tricks for them or trying to get them to dance with them. But yeah, you keep yourself reserved and modest, and they don't impede your progress through the markets. So 1 success for you, that's good. Caleb, roll a percentage. Let's see if you can go 3 for 3.
Okay, we're looking for
And
67.
not hit the 100.
Is it intimidate?
56. Nope, this time you find some very aggressive beggars.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so let's see. What was that one? It was
Give me a
disguise
stealth to
try
hide from the
and.
beggars, or a disguise to try and make yourself seem like you're not worth their
Oh
time.
boy. Well, there's my fail.
Yep, they get all up in your face. Despite you carrying a scythe, these beggars, they're the aggressive type. They're gonna keep badgering you for a while.
So was
All right.
anybody productive?
I mean, Caleb so far has 2 out of 3, which is pretty fine.
Yeah.
Let's see, Flash, roll a percentage. I think all of you have, well,
I
Flash doesn't
succeeded
have a
one.
success yet.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Let's go, Flash!
Oh,
Let's
okay,
go.
here's a new one. This was a, there was only a 5% for this one.
Ooh.
I'm not sure how well you're gonna do. Flash, you find a local celebrity in Vire.
I'm jealous.
Mm-hmm. This is a PR moment, not just for them, but for you. You can either give me a perform check to impress the celebrity, or a knowledge local to see if you know about them.
Knowledge local.
All right. You know a little bit. You know enough about this person to kind of get like personable with them, and they are willing to offer you one piece of helpful advice while you're in Vire.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
You may
valuable.
ask them a question, and you will get some helpful advice.
Oh, what to
So
ask?
I know the items that I was looking for was like paintings and like gloves, right? There's like
As a
two
gift.
items. Yeah, as a gift. Hmm. I guess he'll ask around, ask them if where they shop for their clothes, like where they shop for their fancy attire. Because I'm planning on
Okay,
getting the
they're
clothes.
happy to show you, and they actually ask, "Oh, is this a gift for somebody? I hope you don't mind if I pry and ask for who."
Can I sense motive on that?
Sure. What are you trying to sense motive?
To see if they're gonna steal my idea.
Sure, go ahead. It seems like they're genuinely interested because maybe they might know this person you're shopping
Okay.
for.
He'll say who for the party in a couple
The
of
Queen of
days.
Delights.
Yeah, for the Queen of Delights, for her gift in a couple of days.
Oh, goodness. How lucky. You must be attending one of her parties. You know, it's funny you should mention that, but I happened to hear about one of the dishes the Queen of Delights has ordered for the evening.
He
Oh,
nods, and what is
You
that?
know, she looks for all sorts of exotic delicacies, and it's important that you what's the word for it?
Know the proper etiquette on eating it.
Yeah.
huh.
Mm-hmm. All right, so they tell you that they heard that a large quantity of, let's see, what is it? A large quantity of Galton squash has come into fire.
Okay,
It
okay.
is a dish that comes in a pot, and the squash itself looks like a obscenely bloated, fleshy head.
What?
It's a squash carved
Yay.
and braised in order to look like a boiled, bald, severed human head.
Whoa. Right.
Yep.
Freedom doesn't like this town. I
Okay.
forgot.
They tell you that the course etiquette to eating Galton squash is that there isn't really any trick. It's just simply enduring the significantly spicy sauce that it comes with.
Okay, okay. Resist
Severed
fire
heads.
spell. Putting it on myself.
Or anything, in this case, anything that can boost your fortitude saves.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I was just messing around with the resist fire.
Eh.
Hmm. But yeah, that's your experience with the local celebrity. Good job.
Sweet.
Freedom, roll a percentage.
Yeah.
A
Oh.
70. All right. Now near you there is booming demand for certain items. You'll need to either bluff everybody to get them to shop for something else, or push your weight around and intimidate them.
I don't intimidate people, and I don't lie, but I'll peep out, like, not a lie, but I'll.
You could say that, hey, there's that flash sale over there.
Oh yeah, I'll start like fangirling about a flash sale and like be like, oh, I should go check it out. Oh, and like see if I can just, yeah, I guess bluff that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do very well.
Okay.
I don't really want to lie
Yeah,
to people.
you don't attempt to, but because of the booming demand, it takes a little bit more time for you to get what you want here in the markets.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
But alright, that's the 3 rounds. That will color your guys' experience here in the Vire markets. Nobody went 3 for 3, but a couple of you went 2 for 3, so that's not terrible.
Yay.
Let's see, was there anything we didn't get?
So I guess the
Yeah, there
question
were a
is,
couple
were
things
we
that
able to
didn't.
find a gift?
You guys are able to find what you're looking for, yes, that is the bottom line. None of these rolls are going to impede you from finding what you want to buy. But as I said before, these are just to color your experience here in Vire so that everyone can remember what it was like.
How much were our gifts?
It's up to
Whatever.
you to spend between 10 and 500 gold pieces.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Your
spend like
choice.
I
100.
think we were advised to spend at least 250 or something like that.
No, I thought it was between 10 and 500.
Yeah, anything less than 10 gold is considered cheap, and anything over 500 would be considered a bribe and frowned upon.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, then I will spend 250.
I just spent 100 gold on a collection of books.
Alright.
I'm gonna get a
That sounds
whole like dining set. Like she liked really fancy like dinnerware, so I'm gonna get like a whole set.
Barry's
She
gonna buy
enjoys exotic, yeah.
buy a black, right? Black was your color. Black, like, what were the gloves? I know you said something about the gloves, like some type of glove. He's gonna buy the gloves. I don't remember exactly what the type was, but he's gonna buy like a 200 pair, 200 gold pair.
Okay. Yeah, let's see, it was, she likes lacy gloves.
Yeah, so a nice pair of lacy gloves, which is kind of weird, but yeah.
Yeah, they're nice and lacy gloves. Alright, you guys do. So you guys spend a few hours in the opal market. And then, yeah, it's your guys' choice of what else to do here for now.
So wait, how much time do we have before this party?
Let's say it's tomorrow night.
So we have a whole day. I guess I'll try to ask Sargetta what his business was if he
I'll
doesn't
be right
mind me
back. My food arrived.
trying to. Oh, no, we already tried asking him about that, and he got upset, so I won't do that.
Okay.
But I do know that Like ideally, we want to probably meet with a couple of these guys. These like it might be enough just to talk to one of them and then like convince them to bring up our plight with the rest of the masks. But I feel like it might be a good idea to like have a second angle.
Maybe.
Um, one of the other queens or the King of Keys. Which one was the one that Sarjeta met with?
He met with the King of
Keys,
Keys.
right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Very important person. Sarjeta is.
If nothing else, I can do some learning some spells. But I'm trying to think if there's like anything else like or any other way I can try to like maybe set up a meeting with one of these other masks.
You can certainly spend time thinking about it.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to find out if any of the 5 different masks have ties to Kintargo. Like I want to find out if there's one
Hello.
in particular that might be more amicable to like helping us, I guess. So I'm gonna try to do a gather information.
Sure.
And I'll spend like
That's 26.
much of the day doing. Yeah, I'm gonna spend much of the day trying to find out if any of the masks have like ties to Kintargo. Kind of put out a little bit of word maybe that someone that, you know, somebody's wants to represent Kintargo's interests about the recent upheaval that's been going on there.
Okay. You gather that while the Lords of Vire probably have some kind of interest in the Silver City, uh, you don't think that it's pressing enough for them to meet personally with you. It was good diplomacy, but not quite good enough to attract
Do I
their attention.
But do I think like there's any in one particular that seems like they might be like interested in it or not really?
Let's see.
That has like ties to it, maybe. Even if they won't like, oh yeah, go talk to him, but like, if I know who, if we wanted to spend more time, who'd be the best one to try to get a hold of? I mean, if I can't get that, it's whatever.
Well, the Queen of Whispers uh, would likely have intelligence, not just in Vire, but in other places close by. So knowledge and information about Kintargo would probably be useful to them.
Okay.
And of course, the Queen of Delights uh, being involved in Vire's economy would probably also take some interest in what's going
Okay.
on in Kintargo.
So maybe
Not
we'll
so
try
much
to.
the Queen of Blood or the Queen of Keys or the Queen of Blades.
So maybe if we end up sticking around a little bit longer, we might try to meet the Master of Whispers, Norgu, or whatever his name is. No, not Norgu. Norgu is the Mesmer. Anyway, yeah, well, Jura was his name. That's right. In Guild Wars. But yeah, so that might be our backup thing there. And then the only other thing I want to do before this party is I think I'm going to try to teach my familiar a couple spells.
Also, greetings, Drew.
Hi.
So, you're in time for something fun. The party just went into the markets of Vire, and as I described before, it is a very lively kind of market, unlike any other one you've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone had their own little personal adventure through the markets.
Cool.
So you get to have yours too,
Uh-huh.
just to color your time in Vire.
All right.
There's nothing at stake here, just to see, how well you do in the bustling opal market. When you're ready, you can roll a percentage, and we'll find out what happens to you.
Fun. Should
There's
I
some
say anything
positive
about
things
like,
can happen.
yeah. Should I say anything about what my intention is in the markets before I roll, or just roll?
Sure, you can say what you're
Uh,
doing in the markets.
okay. I'm looking around. I know that you mentioned stuff about, shady alchemists and such, so he tends to normally steer clear of them because, some might be more interested in things like poisons or other sort of like other underhanded means, but he might be seeking to make connections with people like that, because like William Duval von Leinenbugel, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, Hugel, has been trying to do is gain info, contacts, people who can potentially help us with the rebellion, and those sort of people who are the less scrupulous sorts might be a good place to start. So I'll just roll the percentage.
All right, I'm
A
4%.
4%.
One of the lower ones, but
Cool.
okay. As you enter the markets, Leon, you find
Hmm.
just how busy and hectic they are. You are suddenly swept up by a rushing crowd.
Ooh, fun.
You may attempt one of two skill checks, and this is true for for most of these rolls.
Okay.
You can either roll me an escape artist to escape the rushing crowd, or you can ride the hype and perform a ride check to ride the crowd.
Hmm. If I have a spell or an extract that I think might assist me in that, am I able to have like one action to drink one of my choice to assist with either one of those?
No other actions are performable at the moment.
Okay. Well, neither of those I have a very big bonus on, so
ride
it's
the crowd, ride the
yeah, it's
crowd,
a
ride the
plus.
crowd.
It's a +1 either way, so I think riding the crowd is the funnest and most entertaining one, so that's what I'll try to do. I'll try to use my smallness to ride the wave.
Hell yeah! Just don't get dumped off in the sewer or something. Uh oh.
A fairly average roll.
Average. You don't ride the crowd. You do kind of just get swept up with them You kind of go where they go for a little bit, but you're none the worse for wear. It takes
Alright.
you a little bit more time getting to where you want to go in the markets.
I dust myself
That
off.
was round 1 of your
Oh,
time in the markets. Roll me another percentage.
I look for my cigarette on the ground. And a 19%.
A 19. All right, we're going through the things. You come across a group of performers.
Hmm.
And the performers here in Vire, no matter what it is that they're doing, they are not content to simply have their own little space on the streets. They start going into the crowds to gather people's attention and to try and incorporate the crowds into some of their displays. This will hamper you on your time during your time in the markets unless you give me an acrobatics check to to dip, duck, dodge, dive, and dodge through the performers, or a stealth check to simply hide from them, or you can give me a perform check to perform with them.
These improv artists are the lowest form of comedy.
As
Relying
you
on the
see
crowd to
Freedom
supplant
like
zero.
hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Right. He tries to duck out using a stealth. So since I'm okay at that. Alright. 19.
It was a low roll though.
Yeah, that's alright. I don't mind failing. Entertaining things can happen.
Yeah, you don't quite manage that. They get in your way a little bit. Of course, they're only trying to put on a good show.
Right, he respects that, but he's trying to save a city, damn it.
Mm-hmm. All right. For your third round and final round, roll me another percentage. Let's see if we get one of the high ones. Barry got one of them. An
82.
82.
Not super high, but above average.
Okay, this is actually one of the ones that we haven't gotten before yet. So we did get something new here. You hear that certain items within the market are low in supply, which might be what you're looking for. You can either give me a perception check to quickly locate the items you desire, or a sense motive to see if these aren't just people trying to throw you off of a good deal.
Ooh, alright, well, I'm definitely
There's
gonna use
plenty
a
of people trying to
perception.
manipulate the crowds.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and nothing added to the perception, just the
Just what
flat
you got.
rolls. Gotcha.
Alright. Well, you walk away with 1 out of 3. You you uh you focus and you use your senses to get your way through the markets to wherever it is that
Mm-hmm.
you're looking to do business at.
Well,
And that's
alright.
yeah, that's just to color a little bit of your time in Vire in the markets.
Alright, so as far as like those items that I found, like 1 out of 3, does that have any sort of like gold value? Is it like a
Nope,
bonus item?
it's just roleplay.
Alright,
This is just to
gotcha.
say like, oh, this was my experience in Vire, particularly in the
Gotcha.
markets. This,
I
like I said,
got
this place
roughed
is
by a
unlike
crowd.
anywhere else.
Gotcha. I got roughed by a crowd and then aggressively engaged into some street performance that I did not want and then found a thing.
Yeah, you can
Cool.
ask the others what their experiences were too. Everyone
Sure,
had
I
a
probably
unique
will.
experience.
Yeah, at some point. I'm still recovering from dealing with like 4 hours on the phone trying to figure out why my phone isn't working.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
So,
okay. I'll get immersed soon.
well, now that we're done with that, I'll tell you guys a little bit more about the table. So the ones that we didn't roll, there was a 2% chance here that the markets become a maze and you have to either survival or climb your way out.
Yeah, I would have failed that.
There was another 2% chance up in the higher 90s, uh, called resist temptation. There was another
Huh.
2% in the high 90s, called market surge. And then the 100, which will still remain a little bit of a mystery, was something got loose.
Ha!
Oh.
Oh man, I think I know what it would be, but I won't say, just on the off chance that we run across it later. Has to.
All right. So yeah, everyone else was just kind of going through what they were doing in the markets, purchasing and gathering information. Is there anything else that you want to do specifically, Leon?
Yeah. See if I can figure out, what sort of banquet etiquette we'll be needing at the unless somebody else searched for that.
Oh,
Someone did find some information on that.
Barry had ran into a famous person of this town, and they gave him a heads up on one of the dishes. It's a eggplant, and the eggplant how it's served looks like a severed head, basically. And they warned me that it's not really like no particular way on eating it, but it's served with a super hot sauce. So be ready for that.
All right. Do I know if oh well, I guess I haven't looked for any sort of information. Um, okay, I guess I'm just thinking about that and wondering if we need to look for any sort of supplies that might help, like, temper our stomachs from being nauseated
Yeah,
or.
if you could find something, you could do something like that. However you
All right.
interpret that in character is up to you, but mechanically and out of character, the information that Barry retrieved was that you're gonna have to make fortitude saves.
Okay. So yeah, maybe we could all get like some sort of anti-plague or soothe syrup.
Would a
And
shop
I'll.
be
We'll
like
figure it out.
suspicious of you, like buying that stuff just before this dinner?
I mean, probably not unless they were invited and know that we were too.
I'm just wondering if
Let's
that
see,
would be like
suits.
looked down
Yeah.
upon if found out.
Well, I'll be
I guess
using
we'll
a
find out.
different face. I have adjustable disguise and disguise self. I'd probably be keeping my own identity a secret.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, I got some muns. All right, yeah, I'll put that down in my inventory. Some soothe syrup. And oh yeah, that's right. I was. Do I need to roll like knowledge local, or do I need to roll some like diplomacy to figure out like what the local customs are as far as that sort of exotic food dish?
Well, you already got information on the one that Barry told you about.
Okay, but I mean I assume
Talk about other
are there
ones.
gonna be yeah.
You can give me diplomacy.
All right, go go. Aw yeah, modified 20 with my +1 bonus.
That is a good roll. but unfortunately that's not enough to gather the information that you desire. People tell you about
All right.
certain kinds of like foods and stuff that are like that you could find in Vire, but from what Barry
Uh-huh.
told you, it seems like the Queen of Delights purposely seeks out exotic dishes, and you can't get any
Gotcha.
information on what might be in store.
Hmm. All right. Do we know how many courses are going to be served?
Molly Mayapple would guess that there's probably going to be about 4 courses.
4 courses? Okay. Uh, it'd be 100 gold a piece, but I would like suggest to the rest of the party, like, if this is an extended banquet occasion, I would recommend that everyone get like 4 bottles of this soothe syrup stuff. That way we can choke down whatever strange thing that she might be trying to serve us.
I'll take my chances. I don't want to
Okay.
insult her by drinking potions.
You could drop it in your drink, say that it is, just a little bit of nip of your bedtime medicine, little bit of the whiskey.
I would hate to believe that everybody around us is going to be oblivious, so I'd rather not personally, but yeah.
All right, suit yourself. Yeah, I'm good for now. If anybody else wants to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I already did a bunch of stuff before you got here.
Cool, cool, cool.
Barry's all good.
All right, then Leon will hand out 2 bottles of Soothe syrup to Caleb, Flash, and Willem if they want it.
Sure.
You're handing out
All right.
2 bottles to 3 people
Each, yeah.
each. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
Well, Soothe syrup only costs 25 gold pieces.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this stuff is, but sure, if it'll help with the saves.
Yeah.
Barry
I'll
will
give
take
you a
them.
+5 bonus versus any saves that will cause you to be nauseated or sickened for 1 hour.
Okay.
All right. Well then, I'll say that you finish up within the markets, and you head back to the hostel with Molly Mayapple,
All right.
and she does have a few more words to you guys since the banquet is tomorrow.
All right.
Nice.
She says, of course, that there will be other guests, many other guests there, and that the Queen of Delights, of course, will want to hear from well-spoken people, and it's not uncommon for her to ask questions or start certain conversation topics that might poke and prod at people of certain sensibilities and backgrounds. So be ready for that.
It should be fine for me at least.
I'll be happy to wind her a tale if she is looking for a story. Of course, who knows if any of it will
If
be
she
truthful.
if she didn't mention earlier, she also does mention that the Queen of Delights is she sees herself as an atheist. So any kind of religious
Hmm.
discussion yeah, should not be mentioned.
No problem for me.
Hopefully my Wingardium Leviosa is good on this fucking spell.
I'll ask Molly Mayapple. How does she feel if anyone were to return the favor, asking questions about herself?
She says that if you were to do so, you need to do so with tact. I
And
think
as you
it's
said,
all in how you phrase certain things. What she wants most of the time is just, rousing conversation.
but no topic or discussion about their husband, correct?
She does remind you again that, yes, to avoid mentioning her husband.
Mm-hmm. Understood. I don't think I have any
Molly
more
also
questions.
says that the Queen's banquet is scheduled to begin at precisely sundown tomorrow, but the manor doors open an hour early for visitors to arrive. We should probably wait until the last moment before arriving. Not quite late, but certainly not early enough to appear too eager. She has little patience for beggars.
Uh,
Molly also advises that you guys be respectful of not just the Queen, but even of her guests, in the quite likely eventuality that some of those guests might not deserve respect.
Hmm.
And again, she points a finger. Uh, Stay away from the topic of religion.
You know, if you keep on saying that, you're on the only thing freedom is going to hear is do speak about religion.
She just wants you to know that that is a huge faux pas.
Hey,
And
Leon, is there such thing as a
we,
it's okay to lie and lie better potion?
my friend there, Monsieur Diable, if he were, he might have a spell, but I don't know if I have anything that could help you lie. I do have something that could help you be more personable and suss out our intentions for a time.
It's just, what if somebody asks? What am I supposed to do?
Then they are the one who are breaking the rules, not you, and you tattle on them.
Do I get like brownie points for tattling?
If you are attempting to enforce the rules of the party, I cannot see how that can be a faux pas. You could be a different version of the fashion police. You could be the not fun police. I cannot find the word, but you know what I mean.
Now that I might be able to do. Alright, okay, yeah. I will tattle on
Yeah,
people.
merveilleux. All right. I do have several other extracts that can help you just in all sorts of manner. I will be passing them out, but this party, Miss Mayapple, how long is it supposed to go on for?
The banquet?
Oui, the banquet.
She said expected to go on for a couple of hours.
Then these potions, they will not last the entire night. Just be circumspect about when you take them. I don't think I have any other questions.
Okay.
Sorry, is this the next day from when we went to the market?
No, this is more the night of during the evening.
Did Mayapple? Oh yeah, she's a guest too, so she's coming with us. In fact, we're her guests.
Yeah.
All right. Hmm. Did anybody have any plans for the night? Like before, I guess we go into the Seven Apples.
No, I think we have multiple people that'll be fine if she tries to talk to us, so should be okay. Yeah, somehow we need to be able to talk to her about Kintargo. So somehow we got to bring that up to her and get like a chance to actually talk to her.
Well, whoever is going to be speaking with her, make sure you get some potions from me first, because I can give you something to really woo her.
Okay.
And everyone already has their presents, right?
Yeah.
Do
Theoretically,
you see
yeah.
that, Matt?
Cool.
Instead of gloves, I want to get sleeves of many garments. The only customers. Okay.
It's basically it's a wondrous item that when you put them on, you can basically choose your garment. So
That's
Okay.
like buying
fits
someone a gift
perfectly and
card.
stuff. Huh?
It's like buying someone a gift card. What the hell?
Yeah, basically fits them perfectly, and yeah, basically. That way he's like, I don't know certain designs, but these will make it to where you can wear whatever you want.
Cool.
All right. Then we'll go ahead and say it's the next day then.
All right.
Okay.
And let me know if there's anything if you want to do up to the beginning of the banquet.
What?
I
I
practice
think other than the
strutting.
gather information I tried doing earlier and teaching my familiar spell takes 3 hours because it was a level 3 spell, so that took a lot of time too. So I think I got my times pretty much all accounted for.
Oh, I also I pray to Arche for any forgiveness of little white lies I may have to tell. Hopefully, she understands that this is a important mission.
Okay.
Yeah, Shea doesn't have anything specifically against like telling white lies or something, right?
Well, he doesn't. He just doesn't want to lie about her. Like he wants to tell the world
That's
about
fair,
her.
yeah.
But yeah.
I guess it might feel a little weird for Freedom because Arshea is kind of at least my impression is about like, expressing yourself, like your true self. So kind
Right.
of going under like disguises and like not and fake names might feel kind of awkward.
These rules do feel awkward. I mean, the town made him feel really good, but then after he got reminded by Barry about like what dinner is, uh,
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah.
oh yeah. Everybody's feeling pressured to be in this like to be, I guess, just not to break the rules. I guess. What happens if you break the rules? Did we figure that
There
out?
wasn't really anything said about what happens if you break the rules. There's just the
Okay.
5 promises of Vire.
Right.
They
The
call
only
the
thing that you were
enforcer.
told is that, yeah, Sargetta mentioned that there were severe consequences for breaking any of those promises.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard. Yeah. Okay. I will try. Tempt me all you want. I will try.
All right. I do have an image for you guys, taken from the AP of the
Cool.
2 of the characters attending the banquet. So I'll get
Oh,
that up for you right
fun.
now.
Neat.
Oh,
I
wait, what? Yeah,
believe
no,
this
right.
is
Yes.
the. I believe this is Mariciel and what's the other one? Is it the Gunslinger or is it the Paladin?
I did 2 out of 1 spells were Ant Hall and False Face.
Damn, ant hall. You carry like 1,000 pounds then.
Antal? Yeah, Antal's fun.
Yeah, I'm casting Ant Hall because I only have like 9 strength, so or 8 strength, so I'm not really very
You're gonna
strong.
be strong enough to carry a dragon carcass.
Yeah, if I cast Ant Hall, then I'm not encumbered. So, although medium encumbrance isn't that bad for me. The only thing that really sucks with medium encumbrance is the slower speed. Everything else like is fine because it's not like I have good decks anyway.
Oh, I didn't know False Face was a level 1 spell. Damn. I should learn that one. It's 1 hour per level. That's like more useful than Disguise Self.
False face things.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. You can't make it as elaborate because it just makes you like a different looking version of whatever you already are. But
Yeah, they don't say what NPCs these are or what characters these are.
They're the other masters, the other kings and queens. They have pictures.
I think for 4th level spell, I might pick up Greater Assume Appearance though, because that one's really fucking good. That's like that's probably like the pinnacle almost of disguise spells in terms of like how
Yeah.
useful it is, because it lasts for days per level,
Oh my
and
god.
you can, unlike with regular Assume Appearance, you don't need a corpse. You can just use the likeness of somebody.
That makes my adjustable disguise look like a party popper.
Yeah. All right. The evening is upon you guys, and Molly Mayapple tells you all to, start putting on your fineries, and we're gonna get there fashionably late.
Is that what you
Slasher.
should do?
Yes, she says that we should arrive at the last minute.
Oh.
That the Queen of Delights, her doors open at an hour early, but we don't want to seem eager.
That's fair. Good, good. Okay. Glad we got you.
She thanks you for the deeds. That those were a emotional and financial uh, relief.
But of course.
Right, and here's the visual. You'll be going to Cobweb Manor.
Awesome. If the battle music for this place isn't that Undertale theme, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Which one?
The one for what's her name, Miss Moffat, or the spider character that
Oh,
sells like
yeah,
the
yeah.
spider muffins?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, that looks like the
Yeah.
hero, the elf hero, or
Well, I
The
know
one on the
she
right's
looks
definitely
so
the rogue.
familiar.
red,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure if the
Yeah.
one on the left is the gunslinger or the paladin.
Oh.
I think she actually kind of looks like the cleric to me.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It might be her.
Because she has like that white head covering,
Well,
I think.
she has those little things underneath her eyes, and I think the cleric has those markings.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, you can see the knives behind the corset of the
Oh
elf.
yeah, of course.
We're
Well, remember,
going
Molly
to.
Mayapple said absolutely no armor, but she didn't say anything about weapons.
Oh, so you could wear weapons like fashionably. This is like some real Lilith Fair stuff.
Yeah. So just
So you're
making
saying if I come
sure,
in with a scythe on my back, it's okay?
it might be
Yeah.
more okay than. Is anybody wearing armor to the banquet?
No.
No.
No,
I'm
I
not.
guess not.
I mean, a monk could prepare mage armor and use it to like cast on somebody if needed, but I think we're as long as we're
Yeah,
all going all in on
about that. I
social
technically
stuff.
don't know mage armor.
You can get a mage armor wand.
Who needs
I
mage
guess,
armor?
or a shield wand.
Yeah. I feel like mage
Well, that's
armor
I'm
is
sure we're
better when
fine.
you have like a monk you can throw it on or somebody like that, but
right.
our melee
Mm.
dudes all pretty much wear armor, so
We good, we cool. I'm keeping one third level spell slot just in case, like during the middle of the party, I need to go to a
I
corner
guess I
real
might.
quick.
It might make sense to pick up a scroll of mage armor while we're here and learn it though. Like, I don't know. It's not that bad a spell, and I have
Yeah.
4 level 1 slots. Like, part of why I didn't grab it before is it's like very limited slots, but especially
And
not
you
having the
already knew,
specialization.
yeah, and you already knew beforehand. Mayapple did tell you that, hey, no armor at the party. So if this
Oh
was
no, I don't
something
have it
that you
this
wanted to,
time, so nah.
okay,
I don't anticipate there being combat, and if there is, then whatever. I can throw shield on people or something.
gotcha. Would you be preparing heightened awareness or for yourself or?
Do I even have heightened awareness? I don't think I even have that spell.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll pass one of those out to everybody, before we head inside. That'll give people a bonus to knowledge checks that they're trained in, plus a +2 to perception. Just to drink if they
All
think
right.
that they're gonna have to start knowing about nobility. I'll put in the chat the stuff that I'm passing out.
Well,
All right.
you guys begin arriving at Cobweb Manor, and when you
They,
do,
right before we like go like see the manor, he's gonna cast a spell. He's gonna cast
sure.
cultural adaptation on himself.
All right,
Ooh,
I
that's a
like
good
the
spell.
sound of that.
Nice.
I don't know what it does, but sounds good.
I'll
Seems good.
put a little link or read it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So yeah, when you guys arrive, the first person you see is a lumbering 7-foot tall figure with pale skin and terrible scars attending the front door.
Huh.
This man is dressed in a fine suit, but he does not speak even as Molly Mayapple and you guys approach. She pulls out her invitation and she says, "These are my plus 5." And the man just
I don't
and
know how to
nods his
count.
head. And he steps aside to allow you entry.
Okay.
Let us know who we're fighting if we cause a ruckus.
Didn't like
You
that.
guys enter.
Alright. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, as you enter, Cobweb Manor is quite clean and well decorated within, albeit with spidery and spiderweb motifs. The ceilings,
Okay.
draped with sheets of cobwebs, hold numerous chandeliers lit with but you guys can discern easily as continual flame spells, while the wood-paneled walls are decorated with many, and I say many, erotic paintings of subjects quite varied and scandalous in nature.
I like those.
Little is left to the imagination in these works of art, though in several, the same dark-haired, crimson-eyed, horned beauty seems to be placed in a position of prominence.
In like all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody's ego's kind of up there.
You guys arrive in the banquet hall, which I will share.
Nice.
I have to do this real quick.
Giantamon.
I cast monstrous physique, turn into a huge giant. Turn into a storm giant. Like you do.
Yeah, this is a very gothic looking place. Anyway,
Is that a hot
Yep,
dog in the bottom left of the table?
it might be.
An exotic
Hot
hot dog.
I think it's more of a baguette.
With mustard.
Who knows? There are some exotic dishes to be enjoyed today.
Yeah, I think they're just bread on
I heard they
a
stuff a whole
board, a
dog.
cutting board.
But anyway, yes, you arrive in a large hall, and the focus of which is this sprawling table capable of seating 24 guests.
Ah, yes.
I think we take up a significant portion of it then, if a lot of people were invited. I mean, not that many people.
Let's see. You guys can clearly see, the head of the table, where the place is set for the queen. But at the other end, even though there isn't really a chair here at the other end of the table, you guys do see something.
Oh, okay.
There is a slumped and dusty skeleton, clad in fine clothing, at least a decade out of date.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's about what I
Oh.
expected.
Hmm.
I'll just kind of whisper in Freedom's ear if he leans down, like, I think that is who we are not to talk about.
Right. Don't talk about her husband.
We,
Or talk to him. Don't talk to him. Wait, can we talk to him?
it's quite more. He is dead tired. We do not disturb.
I'd say
You can't
normally
speak
like,
with
speak
dead
with
while
dead
you're
on it would
sitting
be
out
really
there.
good, but I don't think it would
Yeah.
actually work because he's probably been dead for too long.
Oh, huh.
But it'd be really funny though.
Oh man, if I could cast ventriloquism, I wonder how she would take to me going like, "Wanna hear a dead guy joke?"
Oh god. If we were like one of
Oh
those
boy.
wild parties, like Puffin Forest's party or something, yeah. That's totally what would happen.
Or brownie apple pie.
I totally respect Ben of Puffin Forest, but from what I generally hear from his stories, he sounds like he has a table that is absolutely full of jackasses and
Misfits? Yeah.
misfits. Yeah,
Lunatics, yeah.
yeah, lunatics.
I mean, some people
I mean,
play like
he
Well,
super
I think it's that
chaotic
he
games like
probably
that too,
prides himself
but he
on being
probably
such a good
embellishes a little bit
GM, so
too.
that it encourages his players to be more chaotic and crazy, to just mess
because it
with him.
gets the views.
Well, I don't know about
It's
that
not even good for the views. Just
because I think a
I think
lot of
his
the
table
stories
is
are
just crazy.
yeah, I think a lot of the
They
stories are
probably
from
play
before
more
his
than he.
YouTube
Yeah.
videos too. So it's not I don't know if it's necessarily that. It's just he probably just has like some tables are like that. They just have like people that are doing crazy outlandish stuff. I've played in games like that before actually too, where like
I mean,
you
that's
have
what
like one or
William
especially
was.
all you really need, yeah, all you need is like one person who is like comes up with these crazy and like sometimes what'll happen is the other players will like feed off that and then it'll just become like
Oh
everyone
yeah.
starts doing everyone starts acting like fucking lunatics and doing crazy shit. And like those could be fun. Like we've had a game like that even. If
They're
you look at
fun.
our game where like it was that one shot we played where we just completely derailed the campaign or the adventure and just did drugs. Like that was our game that
Yeah.
was like that. So
They
I mean like
found
that it's
drugs,
even
and then
happened
they just went and did them instead of like investigating.
instead of the actual
We sure
investigation we
did.
were supposed to do. It was a great time.
Drugs are a great way to end a campaign if you get if you're unable to continue it.
I can't remember. I was playing like a I remember Matt had like a sorcerer with like a bunch of charm stuff, and we had
The
like a
sorcerer was the main thing. I had also made a martial
Hmm.
artist because Secret was like, "Can you play another character?" And I was like, "Sure."
yeah, and then we had Mantis's oracle, who had like it was the goblin oracle that had like the was like really disgusting basically, and then I was playing like a orc magus or half orc magus or something with like eldritch scion, so he's playing like I was trying out the where you get like a blood what's it called? You get a bloodline. But yeah, it was fun. But yeah, that was it's like that happens like that. Just imagine that, but an entire campaign like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, as you guys enter, since you're arriving fashionably late, you guys
Hmm.
are gestured to take your seats.
Okay. I
Alright,
don't
I
want to
guess
be
we'll
I don't
next
think
to
so.
dead
sit.
guy, so I'll come sit. If the seat is available, I will take it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Freedom. They put you by the dead guy.
Oh no.
That's
You
fine.
don't get to choose where you sit.
The dead guy's probably near what's her name, and so that's where we want to be because it means we're also near her.
Well, no, the husband, the dead man, is all the way
They're
at the other end of
opposite
the table.
ends, yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. But at
We
least you're
just
all
gotta
seated together along with Molly.
we got to work our way up. We got to trade. We got to trade our way up into a better position. Or, just wait until the part where they have us go mingle or whatever.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's actually enough chairs here for everybody. Yeah, there is, I think. Mostly. All right. But yeah, you guys get seated, and there are 9 others here before you.
All right.
There is a female Varisian, a male, what's it? Are they called Chelishites?
Kelishites, I think. Or
Yeah.
unless you're talking
Well,
about
he's Chelish.
Kalash. Oh, Chelish. Gotcha. I think that's
Chelaxian? Yeah.
Chelaxian.
Or Chelaxian, yeah.
I
There's a
think Kelishite
female
is a different
halfling,
world. All
an
right.
elderly female Tian woman,
Hmm.
a female gnome, a female Chelish woman, a male Gurundi human, a male half-elf, and an elderly male Kelishite human.
Okay, so Kelishite is this world.
Well, I'm the only Varisian.
You might
Well,
wait.
I'm Asmar
Yeah,
though,
let
but
me,
I guess I'm not human Varisian, but I guess.
I should have done this before.
So I'm still the sexiest one here, right?
Yeah, Mon's Chelaxian.
Yeah, Freedom's from Magnamar. He spent most of his time there, so I guess he has a Varisian dialect learned, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
He's a free folk. He just goes around, the wanders.
Well, like, let's see, because Verisian and Pathfinder Verisian's kind of like I think they're kind of inspired by Ramoni. But yeah,
They
so
mean
it's
Romani?
Romani, yeah.
The gypsies. Well, I mean,
Yeah, don't
that's
say
the...
that.
No, I'm sorry. I'd watched some old movies recently, and that's the term. But yes, Romani. That is the correct term.
That's what Verisians are like, kind of like that's their real world analog, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
That's
So like
Yeah,
most
they're really
people in
cool.
Almost done.
Verisia don't actually speak Verisian though.
right.
I really haven't worked on Barry's background, so this might be a good point. Good time to like make up one.
Well, for the most part, whatever you tell these people here in Vire, they kind of have to accept that. It's rude to pry into
That's
other
fine.
people's business too much here.
True.
Yeah.
Alright, so if you mouse over the tokens, it will give you their description that I gave you before.
Okay.
Their name, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Not their name, but what they appear to be.
Barry calls dibs on a female gnome.
Okay.
Do you
Mess
mean
around.
halfling, or because I don't think I see a female? Oh no, there is a female gnome.
Then halfling.
So yeah,
Calls dibs
you
on the
guys
halfling.
are seated, and there isn't much time for you guys to interact with the other guests, because
Right.
your hostess, the Queen of Delights, enters the room.
Is that a freaking dragon skull up on a mantle? That's pretty dope.
It might be. And here is your hostess, the Queen of Delights.
Huh.
Oh. I was envisioning
you
her to be
guys
a plump
quickly
lady, but she's not.
recognize-
Okay.
No, she's not. You quickly recognize that the woman in all of the paintings, this is her.
Okay. Yes, she's very full of herself, I can tell.
Mm-hmm. When she enters, all of the other guests, they stand up and give her an ovation. What do you guys do?
I stand
I
up and
join
give that
in
outfit an
enthusiastically.
ovation, and I'm serious. Like that outfit is like, yes,
Oh, yeah, it's
girl. Whew.
Yeah,
Barry
Spider
will stand and
Queen.
clap.
She's a killer queen.
Yeah.
Dynamite and laser beam.
Come
Gunpowder
on,
gelatine.
remembers his days schmoozing it up in the capital like a decade ago, and it comes back to him pretty easily. This sort of thing is actually pretty easy for him.
Yeah.
You awake, Caleb?
Yeah,
Is it
my
Darden?
shit crashed,
Oh,
Okay.
welcome
so I
back.
had to
I
reconnect.
just had,
I
I
have the
hadn't
map
heard
now.
I haven't heard you in a while, so I want to make sure.
Yeah.
I like to imagine
Caleb's a
that
farm boy.
she...
He's never. This is like a shock to him. He's probably never been in a
Probably.
situation like this.
Never seen
But
that
he
much
looks nice
like.
at least.
Luxurious dinner, fancy
Yeah.
dress.
These clothes are uncomfortable, itchy.
I like to think that, her whole outfit must be cohesive, so like those earrings, like I imagine that those are spider's fangs.
Right.
Now, from an
Zergo,
out
did
of
you see the
character
picture
critical
of your
point of
hostess?
view, her top and her bottom, those two
No,
colors
it
are
didn't.
weird.
I wasn't in when it loaded.
Oh, you don't like the purple and the black and the what is this, like
No,
magenta?
I like her top and I like her bottom, but those two shades of colors, I don't think they complement each other. Like that purple is really neon. You know what I mean?
It
and
is
that
pretty,
bottom's
like,
not.
I've spent enough time dyeing my clothes in Fashion Wars to know that I do agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a weird disconnect, but yeah, that's it.
But yeah, so I heard that most of you guys are, giving an ovation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there anybody who doesn't?
I will if they are,
Nope.
I guess.
Okay.
I mean, that might be a way to stand out, I suppose.
I'm
but
just
no.
asking.
I'm half tempted to, but
Do we
I
want
don't
to
want
stand
to
out?
ruin our chances.
Maybe.
I think it's quite obvious that she would take offense probably to anyone who doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, this might not be the spot where you want to stand out. I think at some point we do though, because we want to talk to her.
We need to get a better read on her.
Okay. So yep, she makes her entrance. And she moves towards her whatchamacallit, her setting at the head of the table with an unnerving grace.
All right.
Let's see, I think I made... Or did I not make a token for her? I swear I did. I guess I just didn't copy it over. One moment. There she is. Alright. At the head. Alright. She arrives and says, "Greetings, new friends, and old, to my home. I see some familiar faces here, and some delightfully unfamiliar ones as well. It is always a pleasure to serve new tongues the delectable offering of House Kaliki, and I trust you shall remember the meal to come for the rest of your lives. Tonight's banquet is brought to us by Master Chef Anatolinides Tesetas, all the way from Katapesh, and consists of 4 expertly prepared courses. I expect the conversation to be lively and thought-provoking, and as always, I shall accept your gifts during the serving of dessert. Without further ado, let us begin."
Is that because we're having the salad now? So let us begin.
Well, the first course is soon to be presented by a small army of servants, all clad in diaphanous white robes and wearing wraps of gauzy veils over their faces to hide their identities. And they all bring you something. Each guest is given a tureen of heaty, boiling hot soup, sitting atop a nest of 5 short candles. A smaller bowl in which swim 5 live minnows, and a set of utensils that include a 2-tined fork, a sharp, slender knife, and a spoon-like sieve.
Hmm.
All right.
I'm sitting here thinking like how the hell I would actually eat this.
Yeah.
The live
So,
the live minnows are like.
yeah, speaking of which, there is a way for you guys to figure out the etiquette to this.
Oh, good. I was curious.
So, at the start of each course, I'm going to ask you guys if you want to immediately begin, or if you want to wait and watch other guests to learn the proper etiquette through observation.
Is it possible to roll a knowledge, like, in seeing the dish?
Well, if you want to start at once, then I'll ask you to roll a knowledge geography or local or profession cook check to know the proper way to eat the meal.
Gotcha. Then, do I know if there would be any uh, potential, like, faux pas, like if I were to, like, wait and watch to see what other people do?
No, if you wait and watch, then you'll just have to roll the check with everyone else. But if you can figure out how to eat it, you know, if you can figure out how to start immediately, then that'll look better.
Okay, then I think I would like to roll a knowledge local to try and
I mean,
figure
can
it
you
out.
roll and just be like, oh, I don't know, I'll wait? Or do you have to, like, try
You
if
have
you
to make the
roll?
choice.
All right,
There is a hidden point system involved with this banquet.
I would like to try and start off strong, and if I'm able to quaff
It's
like
not very hidden anymore.
I'd I'd like to drink a potion of true skill and then make the knowledge check to figure out what the correct etiquette is.
Are you gonna do that in the open?
I mean, is everybody?
Maybe.
I know. I mean,
I
it
mean, we're at a
depends.
dinner
Like, if
table.
everybody's looking at me.
Eyes are probably
pulling
on
out a-
us because we're new people.
It's not like casting a spell though. It is just drinking a potion, so it's not like it's gonna draw as much attention.
You can just say it
Right.
helps with your digestion.
Yeah. Well, first I'll make a sleight of hand check, just to try and conceal it from view,
There you go. That might, yeah.
and
Slip it
then
into your
I'll
drink and then
rely on
drink
my
more.
bluff if needed. All right. May I do that, Matt?
I'm trying to drink a potion?
An extract, yeah.
An extract? Okay. Go ahead.
All right. There's the sleight of hand. Oh, that should be 3 less. So that's 21. It might be higher since it's like a small
Okay.
item, but then after I drink that, I'll roll the knowledge.
Alright, so before you roll,
Correct.
I want you to roll this in the dice tower. It's a hidden roll, and I'm gonna ask
Okay.
everyone else, who wants to try and immediately go for this? If you choose
Um.
yes, you may roll a check, a knowledge check.
You
Okay.
said it's geography or local?
Geography, local, or profession cook.
Hmm.
So. I don't. Um. I feel like
Yeah, you're gonna wait.
Freedom's been at enough banquet tables to know that there is etiquette, so I think I'm gonna wait. to see what other people do.
Barry's gonna wait as well.
Okay.
I'll give it a shot.
I'll look to Amon and do whatever Amon does, but I'm waiting.
Okay. Then, if you guys are rolling, then roll in the dice tower.
Yeah, I don't have any of those checks, so.
Okay. Let's see. The DC for this is... Alright. I gotta keep track of like these points and such. Okay. So, Amon, you're not quite sure how to do this, but Leon, you think you know how the proper etiquette to eating this soup. And this soup is called, it is called quick soup.
Oh god. Is it made out of
So
quick wings?
in order to properly eat quick soup, the minnows must be transported and filleted properly with a
Oh.
successful either sleight of hand or dexterity check.
What are minnows? Like the fish minnows?
Small
little
fish.
Are they poisonous or anything weird like that?
I don't think so.
Or are they exotic? This is lie. This is not exotic.
I think the way they're prepared is exotic because you don't often like have to
Eat live
catch your
fish.
fish in a bowl. It may be like a hipster
Or maybe you
meal.
do. I mean, you're from Portland, so I don't know.
Wait, who's from Portland?
We don't do that here. We don't have fish. Well, Portland area,
I'm not even in the Portland
Pacific Northwest.
area.
Yeah, you're in the northwest of the country.
Yeah, no, like
Oh.
Southern Oregon is nothing like Northern Oregon. Like they're like completely different countries.
You have an ocean
Okay.
We
versus me in the middle
all
of the
gotta
country
share
does
it.
not have an ocean.
So,
Okay.
so Leon and Amon, since you two were opted to immediately go for it, go ahead and give me either sleight of hands or dexterity checks.
All right.
Those are both just +2 for me, so there's no way in hell I'm passing this. Am I doing this in the open or?
These will be in the open.
Alright, yeah. There's no way in hell I'm
Shoot.
passing these checks.
Hopefully it's a low DC since
I mean, if
tiny
it's an
fish.
ability check, it might be a small DC, but I don't know. Probably not.
How'd you guys do?
Terribly, but you know.
I was gonna
Now,
put that
everyone
in the sleight of
else
hand.
who watched may roll the either dexterity check or sleight of hand.
Oh.
Barry's probably got a good dexterity.
Yeah, no, definitely not
Yeah, I
sleight
did
of
it.
hand, so
I don't think we have anybody in this party who's like really good at sleight of hand, so I don't think anyone's gonna do particularly well on this.
alright, I know what I need to do for the rest of the dinner to get attention.
Start stripping.
Well, I could do that. Do you think I should do that?
Every course, you lose a garment.
This is what we do in my town. She might
What
enjoy
they
that
call
though.
chicken strips down at the hometown buffet.
Because
Alright,
he's
so,
sexy, and she'll be like, "Oh, that's a great idea."
Unfortunately, the group is a little bit clumsy here to start.
Yes.
Barry, though, he gets two. He properly, fillets and eats 2 minnows of
Wow.
the 5 that you're given with his impressive 16 dexterity check.
Cool.
That's like a couple of crackers.
Hmm.
Nice.
Nice. He's the Flash.
Living up to his name.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Okay. Dang, I didn't even get one. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not sure I wanted one anyways.
Minnows are basically
Alright,
like the
let's
size of
see.
sardines.
Yeah.
I think that's correct.
I was like expecting, like, I don't know, more
Oh
alien
wait, there's also this.
stuff.
This is the first
Um,
course, which is a light first course, so.
Yeah, as it is the first course.
These
The first
minnows on
time
galore.
one of you guys
Yeah.
mess up a little bit, Molly, she intervenes to, help out with your little faux pas. So you
Oh.
guys don't lose quite as many
Uh-huh.
points for the fumbles, but don't expect her help from this point onward.
I wonder if
Yeah.
we get points for trying, at least knowing how.
I'll tell you the breakdown of the points and stuff like that after the banquet.
Right.
All right. So, during this first course, the Queen of Delights comments on how Cheliax seems to be having trouble with keeping itself together. She notes, Riley, that if a ragtag group of rebels can cause this much mayhem, can one honestly consider House Thrun to have ever really been in control of Cheliax in the first place?
Allowed
She
out
makes
a
some valid points.
guffaw.
Well, she just basically said she knows who we are.
Actually, give me a sense motive.
Oh, that I do have. Let me roll that.
Yeah, she make knowing eye contact with one of us as she says that.
For sure. And we all caught on. Maybe.
You guys might think she's speaking about you guys, but you also know that the Glorious Reclamation is kind of what's going on right now in Cheliax.
Yeah, that's.
So she's
It's just
talking about
funny that she
greater
brings that up.
Cheliax politics
Yeah.
and like Abigail Thrun more than Brazili Thrun and Kintargo.
But that
As
since she did
she
say
talks
that
about
kind of gives
this,
us an opening because she seems interested.
yeah, as she talks about this, the male Chelish human, who is, let's see, where is he seated? Kind of like in the center on the left. He's like trying to eat one of his minnows, and then he like coughs and says, "Oh, my lady, perish the thought. Seriously, you give these rebels too much credit. You'll see. House Thrun has everything under control. They always have. To doubt their military might would be absurd." And his sputtering is causing him to bungle his meal. Does anybody else say anything during this conversation?
I'm gonna stay out of this one. I'm gonna keep trying to get a minnow.
I'm not sure this is the spot.
Yeah, no. Barry definitely holds his tongue.
I might purposefully like make a little more sloppiness out of my failure with this dish, but not like over exaggerating or anything, but just like I step it up a notch
Maybe
a
I'll
little bit,
try
that I
to-
don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so maybe I want to get some information here. So I'm going to intentionally try to like steer the conversation. What about the goings on in neighboring Kentargo?
Okay.
Because it sounds like they're talking about like the greater like Cheliax as a whole, but I want to get like more local here and also more pertinent to what why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Is there anything you wanted to say specifically?
I'll speculate. I wonder if the new Lord Mayor Brazilai Thrune's agenda truly aligns with that of the throne. I don't know. Randomly speculating that
No, that's fair.
maybe he's operating independently or something, or doesn't actually have support of the capital.
Okay then. Since you are choosing to enter the conversation, I will have you roll something.
Okay. Would that something be a
Roll me a
diplomacy?
diplomacy
I will
based
do that.
on the tone of your words.
I will do that gladly.
Yeah, I forget
Okay,
part of this is
35 is good.
conversation.
Yeah, but fortunately we have like multiple people that are really good at that, so
I was really good at that. My guys kind of slacked off on diplomacy. I'm trying to spread out these points, but he
yeah,
still
it's
got
rough
a
because
pretty
clerics
decent.
don't have a lot of ranks.
Yeah, he still got a pretty decent bonus. It's 10 plus 10 bonus, which is moderate.
All right, Amon, you seem successful in
Does your
steering the
trait help
conversation a
you
little bit.
in this conversation, Amon? I'm not sure. Actually, we're kind of out of Catargo. I think that's
Which-
specific to that.
Which
The
trait are we
trait, the
talking about?
campaign trait that we both have.
Oh no, I have excess. I have a different one than you.
Oh, I thought you had that one.
Nope.
Oh.
So yeah, you successfully steered the conversation a little bit towards Kintargo, and while the male Chelish man is still kind of embarrassingly sputtering from his defense of the throne, it seems that you have impressed your hostess with some of your words, and she does comment that it, anyone within Throne, represents the entirety of their house. So it is important to keep, to keep that in mind. All right, that's it for the first course. The second course arrives in large clay pots, the tops of which have been covered by blood-red cloths, along with plates containing tiny loaves of bread. Within each pot is what looks like an obscenely bloated, fleshy head.
I think
And
we
here's
heard
your
about this
Galton
one.
squash.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's not actually a head; it's just squash, so it's fine.
Yep. Yeah,
Just remember, it's
Allegedly.
spicy.
yeah, the meal comes with a large sharpened spoon and a small sauce boat containing a spicy red sauce.
Okay.
Barry's gonna go at this one fast.
So again, you guys can give me knowledge geography or local or profession cook if you guys want to immediately eat this one.
And that's a dice tower
Oh.
roll.
Yeah, why not?
Dice tower roll, yeah.
Whoops. Do I have to re-roll it?
I'll take it for now, Zadurian.
I'll roll it, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is based on, Barry's description, and I'll be, getting ready to pull out a bottle of Soothe syrup since I know that he said this was super spicy. And I'll, mention to Caleb since I'm seated right next to him, like, kind of motion with my bottle for him to do the same.
Okay. Barry, I will give you a little bit of a bonus since the celebrity talked to you about this one.
All right.
You had the good fortune of finding out more about this. But
Sweet.
yeah, most of your rolls are really good this time. The four of you who rolled, you guys know how to eat this. And indeed, there's no special trick to eating it. Basically, what you do is you're supposed to drench the squash in the spicy sauce and use the razor sharp spoon to scoop through the rind and spoon out the juicy, stringy flesh inside. And the little loaf of bread is not to be eaten until the end of the course.
To soak up all the leftover stuff, I'm guessing.
Yep, the bread helps to
Yep.
mitigate the spice.
It's honestly how I would actually probably eat this. Like in real life, I'm all about hot sauce. So
Now, the four of you give me a fortitude save.
Oh, yeah. All right. Those who drink the Soothe syrup will get a bonus, or towards being sick or nauseated.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't say I drank the thing, and I feel like people would see me if I did, so I don't know.
All right.
just hoping I rolled a 20.
I'll add it to mine. Oh, boy.
Oof.
Great. All right.
Oh, one. That sucks.
It does, but who knows? Maybe it'll be entertaining.
Well, depending on what the effect is, it might be fine.
Alright, Freedom, you may roll now as well. Now that you've observed the others. All these ones, no! My party.
This is really
Why are you
strong.
doing this to me, roll?
This chef is a
why are you doing this to me,
beast.
Fantasy Ground? Okay, let me count.
Well, I
Okay,
guess we're
the
gonna stick
results
out now
aren't
because
very
we're
good.
all like.
Well, what's the effect? Like, what's it do? Because if it's like, for example, if it's a disease effect, you'd be
Con
immune.
drain.
That'd be pretty funny. It's actually deadly squash. But I mean, it makes you sickened as well. Like, I can actually
It might
sickened by
it might
touching
make you
So,
you might take minuses to other skills because you're so focused on the heat of the meal of that previous dish.
all right. That's what I'm curious. Like, if it's sickened, I haven't got to use it yet, but I have Touch of Succor, so I could touch people, especially Freedoms who's sitting next to me. Just be like, here you go, and remove sickened condition. Like, that's one of the 3 conditions I can remove: fatigued, shaken, or sickened. And in a couple levels, I'll be able to add confused and frightened to that list. Eventually, I can remove dazed, nauseated, and panicked, but yeah, that's pretty far away. Those are going to be really good to be able to remove.
Okay. Let's see. So, unfortunately, there were many not successes, but nobody failed enough uh, to succumb to the heat and eat their loaf of bread you time. So you guys didn't bungle it by 5 or more. But unfortunately, actually, fortunately, no one gets the bad penalty for this. You had to fail it by 5 or more,
But
which you didn't.
people that rolled 1 didn't fail?
Yeah, but it looks at
Not that I
how
want them
much
to
they
fail,
failed it
but
by. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
You guys had enough flat fortitude to not. Basically, if you failed it by 5 or more, you would find your mouth and throat somewhat swollen by the sauce, resulting in a penalty on your bluff, diplomacy, and intimidate checks for the remainder of the banquet.
No.
That's what I thought. I thought it was gonna be
The
something like
spiciness of
that.
the sauce is a poison effect, so any bonuses like that would have applied, but Leon
Oh, I'm
unfortunately
immune.
rolled a 1.
Wait, no, I'm not
Yeah.
immune to poisons. I'm immune to disease.
Give me
That's
diseases.
disease.
Yeah. Dang it! I should have picked a race that makes me immune to poison.
But hey, at least I mean Willem, he succeeded. He got a thing.
Yeah, was that the
All
DC
right.
was 15?
So during this course, the Queen notes that rebellions are often bloody, and she asks, how can rebels justify the pain and death they cause by opposing what is often a rightful ruler?
Oof.
During this conversation, oh yes, what
Oh
was
yeah.
that?
Well, I was gonna say if somebody else speaks up, I'll say I notice you say often, but there are times where it's justified because it's the case where they aren't the proper ruler.
Okay. Uh, so let's see. This one is,
Oh,
so the female halfling seems to get distracted by the mention of pain and death and starts arguing with the female Varisian woman about how sometimes pain and death are necessary for growth.
Okay, so maybe we have uh someone
a
who's
halfling playing
understanding, I
against type.
guess.
Yeah, and
Maybe.
the human woman,
Or they're Kuthanite.
she's talking about how, well, she's arguing with the halfling about how, no, like death causes more pain than just, the loss of life, that there are countless children who are orphaned and that grow up with that pain, their whole lives. And this actually gets a little bit violent between the two.
Oh no. One's like, how dare you advocate violence, and then slaps her.
I whisper
Yeah.
I whisper over to Amon. Is there any evidence of growth?
What are you talking about?
Well, they're saying pain and death is sometimes the answer to growth. And we're talking about the
Not the answer,
leaders
but
here.
that it's necessary.
But is there any evidence that the Throons have been progressing their country, I guess?
If anything,
Uh,
the power of Cheliax has waned.
I would speak back to her, but
But
I'll wait
don't tell
until
the
freedom of mind.
but don't tell the don't say that in the presence of
Right.
Abigail or her inner circle. Obviously, they would probably not. Although who knows? I never directly got to interact with her.
sure. Leon, did you want to speak up? I have Freedom and
Yeah.
Amon as joining the conversation.
Okay, I'll be joining the conversation as well. And I'll be feigning disinterest and I'll posit, how can rulers justify their actions when it results in the pain and death of their subjects? Surely you cannot advocate that it is logical that by culling you are promoting growth of the people. They are not like a garden for you to pull out the weeds.
Okay. Does anybody else join the conversation?
Barry will. Barry will say, everyone's the hero of their story. History will decide who the true heroes are.
Okay. Caleb, did you want to
Mm,
join the conversation?
No, I mean honestly, like this whole formal dinner situation thing has me really like my character like Caleb would not know how to behave in this
Well,
situation.
the two NPCs are have nearly come to blows uh, at their argument, and you do notice the queen here, your hostess, she makes a snarky comment and says, "Seems we've got our own rebellion growing at this very table."
I
Yeah,
was just thinking that Caleb
Do you have
could go
anything
try
to
to intervene in
say,
the fight.
yeah, to any of the yeah, was this what's going on?
I'll encourage the fight.
Oh
Rebellion
no.
is the way to go.
You can always intimidate them to stop.
I could, but I want to encourage the rebellion.
Oh, okay.
You see what I did there? Yeah. So I'll be like, yeah, that's right. Like we should have a rebellion, just like
At the
those people in
table?
Cantargo.
What?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't know where you're going, where you're trying to accomplish with this.
This
I'm
is
just
why
trying to
we
like
don't
So-
let
get
Caleb
like
talk.
sentiment, like
Yeah.
to
Caleb,
see how the queen lady reacts.
Okay,
I'm
I guess.
gonna interpret your tone as being a little bit snarky and yourself, so I
Yeah,
want you to give me
maybe.
a
Maybe she'll
bluff.
like that.
To maybe, yeah, like maybe she'll realize that you're being a little bit sarcastic and stuff. So give me a bluff. Let's see.
I mean, that's how she's
Barry,
acting, so she
give
might
me a
actually appreciate you.
diplomacy.
True.
Leon, you said you were feigning disinterest or interest?
Disinterest.
Okay, so give me a diplomacy. Amon, um, your tone, let's see, was it more bluff or diplomacy? Because you commented on, let's see, what is it that you said?
Gosh, I gotta flashback. What did I fucking say? I was talking about that. Oh, I was talking about rulers. Like I picked up on her saying that often their rulers are just, but or something like that, or like the rightful rulers, and
Oh
I
yeah,
picked up
you
on that,
said
and I said that might be so, but I noticed you didn't say that they're always just or the rightful rulers or whatever her terminology was. You only said often, and sometimes a rebellion is needed to, in response to an unrightful,
unjust.
yeah, or unjust ruler.
Okay, give me a diplomacy, and then Freedom, give me a diplomacy for what you said.
I
Dang,
was
too low roll.
feigning disinterest in the hopes that I'd be able to roll a bluff. Is it
Oh,
possible that
you
what
may
I
roll
had
me a
said?
bluff.
Okay.
Oh, look at you guys.
All right.
You guys all passed.
Nice.
Huzzah.
Yes,
Good job, everybody.
Your conversation has quickly, yeah, taken over the table, and there are people who are agreeing with you, and it certainly seems like the queen is pleased by your intervention, and she kind of just waves off the crass arguing between the other two. Okay, let me add these to your personal scores. Okay, the third course.
All right.
The help trots out a large tray balanced on the back of a shaved ram, heaped with what appear to be pies with golden flaky crusts. The queen claps her hands in delight, exclaiming, "Ah, the meat course!" These pies are filled with apparently meat.
Boy.
Meat pie.
Um, if you want to immediately eat this, then you may roll me the knowledge, geography, local, or profession cook.
Are these meals spaced 1 hour apart?
No, they're not spaced an hour apart. They're spaced some time apart, as there's room for conversation.
So more than or less than?
Much less
This
than an
is
hour.
Okay. Then that should last for maybe one more check.
no. We probably have each meal
Okay,
for like
let's see.
5 to 10 minutes, before courses change on a typical banquet like dinner. Especially if there's 5 courses. So the whole meal's probably
You're
gonna
not gonna be
take
sitting
an
there for 5
hour.
hours.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alright, so Leon, Caleb, and Willem, you guys know the proper way to eat this. Barry, you're not quite so sure.
Okay.
But what the people who do know is that these pies are actually filled with a very unusual substance. Uh, they are filled with the braised flesh of an invisible stalker.
Oh my god.
When cooked delicately, this meat remains invisible for a short time, which lends the name to this dish, the Unseen Feast.
How neat.
That's just pretty cool. Like you cut the pie open, it's full. Like looks like it has stuff in it, but it really isn't anything in it. Like
So while this
or
meat
vice
remains
versa.
invisible for a short time when you cook it delicately, um, it has a texture not unlike that of cotton candy. The meat itself is relatively flavorless, but the thick, mostly clear sauce it's cooked in is quite savory. The proper way to eat an unseen feast is to finish it within 5 minutes of the pie being opened, for after this point the meat has had enough time to react with the air and becomes visible as a fluffy, wispy mass. When this happens,
Huh.
any bits of meat left uneaten take on a bitter taste, and traditionally, once the meat becomes visible, it is considered gauche to eat it.
Just like you have to put a napkin over the balut.
Yeah. So the check for this one is actually a perception check. The 4 of you who elected to immediately eat it, give me a perception.
Alrighty.
Oh, good thing
Or
Freedom has no
somebody could cast
idea.
see invisibility.
Because otherwise he might actually decline. Oof.
Oh yeah, mine's actually 23.
Ooh, no.
I just imagine Barry's getting full. That's why he's like, shit. I don't know how to eat this.
Do you want me to roll as well?
Now, Freedom, yeah, go ahead and roll your perception. Ooh. Okay. Let me see the breakdown of points here.
I can't see my pie. I keep scooping nothing into my mouth. God damn it.
Okay, yeah.
This food sure is light.
Unfortunately, none of you managed to finish their
Really?
pies in the correct amount of time. Yeah, it was a high check. It's a high check. There's a little bit of
Dang.
meat left on some of your plates that you
Oh
guys
well.
missed.
I'm
I
sure I
know
would
not to
have
eat it,
if I got that
so it's
first part.
fine.
However,
Right?
because even though you guys didn't make the checks, you guys didn't necessarily make a faux pas.
Yeah. As long as you don't eat once it turns visible, if you stop eating, then you're fine.
Oh yeah, once it becomes visible, I'll be maybe grossed out by the sight of it. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what it looks like. If it just looks like ground meat or not, but
Yeah. All right. So during this course, the queen wonders aloud at the strangeness of sin. More precisely, how different societies consider different acts sinful. To me, she says, the worship of a god is a sin, yet for all of Cheliax, worship of Asmodeus is all but required. And she goes around asking guests at the table what they each consider to be the greatest sin. So yeah, she goes around the table and she starts asking the other guests, and they will respond. The female Varisian human, she says that the worst sin possible is neglecting your children. The male Chelish human says that well, the worst sin you could commit is, whoa, hope you guys didn't hear that.
I heard something.
People lighting
He
We did,
fireworks.
but it wasn't loud.
Ah.
Oh, I heard
Yeah, he
that.
explodes.
I heard that through my window.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Anyway, the male Chelish human says that the worst sin you could commit is by disobeying a superior. The female halfling, she kind of like has this weird expression on her face, like she's grinning for a moment, and then and she says, the worst sin, resurrection.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
weird.
was that a pointed remark at her husband?
Well, I don't know.
No, I don't think so. There's something weird going on there, though.
The elderly female Tian human, uh, she is quiet for a moment and uh, eventually says, the worst sin, invading another's home. The female gnome, she like kind of she giggles like aloud, and she flippantly says, the worst sin? Why, chastity, of course.
Har har har.
The female cellist human, uh, she says that the worst sin is abusing someone's trust. The male Garundi, who is he has been pretty whatchamacallit. He hasn't actually been tactful with all of his meals, but he's been very eager with all of them, and with kind of his mouth a little bit still full, says, "Well, the worst sin is wasting food." The male half elf, he comments very quickly after the last person, and he says, "Wasting booze." And finally, the elderly male Kelishite says that the worst sin is committing fraud, particularly in the business sense. Now, after all 9 guests have spoken, your hostess begins looking towards the party.
What does Molly say?
oh god, you guys are gonna
Well,
hate
she's
my
like third in
answer.
line.
Maybe you won't hate my answer. I don't know. We'll see.
Who wants to go first?
I want to go last.
Apparently Molly wants to go third, which is a very
I'll go
specific
first.
time
I'll go first.
Go for it.
To repress others.
Okay.
Mine was
Go ahead and
actually,
roll me a diplomacy, Freedom.
mine's actually gonna be very similar to that.
Boom.
I'll go second.
My true
The worst sin
thoughts.
is to give up on oneself.
To give up on oneself. Okay.
Oh, I think
Go
I
ahead and
understand
give
where
me
that's coming from.
diplomacy.
Damn.
Okay.
I was gonna do this, the slavery, but she kind of all encompassed that one. Or freedom.
Molly considers the worst sin to be talking behind other people's backs.
Okay. Amon will
Who's next?
say. Amon will say that the worst sin is to allow injustice or atrocities to happen when you have the power to do something about them. The worst sin is inaction.
Okay. I'm not sure if that's a diplomacy or more of an intimidate, since there's
Yeah, Amon, you're being a little
some people are...
finger pointy there.
Yeah, give me an intimidate.
I'm not. Can I do a diplomacy instead?
I know it's your best
Alright.
skill. No,
Alright,
the,
here's
the
my
tone
really
fits more of an intimidate.
terrible intimidate check then, which I probably failed.
Your words give some weight to it at least. I have to pick based on tone.
I didn't feel like my tone was that accusatory. But whatever.
Let's see. That just leaves
Oh,
Does that leave
I
me?
can go
Leon and
next.
Caleb.
Oh, Leon, go.
Yeah, because Kayla wanted to go last. I'll, is anybody else smoking at the table?
Oh,
Oh,
No.
please say smoking.
Okay. Then I'll.
You know, always ask me.
Did he cut out? Oh my god. No!
Yeah.
Cliffhanger! What's he gonna do?
Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
DC'd.
find out next week.
I think he DC'd.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Uh-oh.
Ah!
That's funny.
Dang it. I mean, I guess I can go if you want.
Oh, there.
Uh,
Hey!
What a
how's
bad
the-
timing.
We didn't hear anything. Well, we heard, like, the cliffhanger, basically.
He
What was he
DC'd
called?
again.
Drop out again.
Oh no!
suspense going on over there? Okay, so what was. Yeah. So I motioned to her, like taking out a cigarette, and before lighting it, ask her, would it please the hostess? If I may? And I'll offer her one as well. Okay, I can hear people, but can anybody hear me?
Vince all catching up. It's caught up for me now.
Yeah, it's coming. It caught
It's
up.
all coming back to me now. Okay.
You're offering her a smoke.
Oh god. Well, maybe she will enjoy that. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't even have a single.
She
rank
says
point total.
nothing,
Alright.
but shakes a hand and lowers it back down to the table.
Alright, then I will light the cigarette, take a drag, and say, I would
Oh my
say
God.
that there is no such thing as sin. And since I've never done anything wrong, I tend to agree with myself. and then I'll
Okay,
let out,
give me
and
a
then I'll
bluff.
exhale. All right.
That is a bluff if I've ever heard one.
I don't know.
Alright.
Does Leon believe
I
in
mean,
sin?
it kind of plays. Well, it kind of plays into her saying that there's no religion, like deities. So why bother? Like, why worry about
That's true.
sin?
If there's no deities, then there's no sin, right? Yeah. I think she's fishing, though. Honestly.
Oh, for sure. She
Alright,
made that
Caleb.
comment because there's two of us that are
Mr.
religious
Last.
in me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say the worst sin is ruling unjustly and unlawfully over others.
Alright, give me intimidate.
Wait, I don't get to do diplomacy? No, I'm kidding.
No, this is a yeah.
Roll bad, but
Alright.
it's
Your
a
bonus is very
29.
high.
Yeah, I have
You
my.
come off very strong to the rest of the table with your convictions. You
And everyone's like, "Whoa, where'd that come from?"
See,
Well,
I
you
used a
maybe
little
like
bit of a
I'm
softer
implying something
words and
here.
less implying, but still there's like a soft hint of, you know.
Yeah, no, this was on purpose. There's a reason I wanted to
Okay,
go last.
okay.
I wanted the conversation to end here, and for us to
Man,
pick up here with yeah.
I'm glad I went first. Now the focus isn't on my answer.
Barry went with honesty. I was gonna say slavery to play into his backstory, but
okay? On to the next course. The final course. This is, of course, the dessert.
Yay.
I'm not trying it this
At
time.
each,
I've screwed up too much.
At each setting, the help places a small plate covered by a silver lid. A strange device that looks like a little corkscrew, and a curious fist-sized object in the shape of a dodecahedron, or a 12-sided die.
Okay.
The help lift the lids of all the plates simultaneously, and a tumble of fat, candied spiders, each with a belly the size of a grape, come tumbling out over the edges of the plate. If you wish to immediately eat this, you may roll the knowledge geography, local, or profession cook.
Oh, that did not go into the tap. That's weird. Am I on the verge of disconnecting again? I keep on trying to drop the
I
die
think
into
you
the
are.
Hear you
tower.
fine, but it might have broke Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, you might have to
possibly.
relaunch.
Okay,
Just to
I'll be back in a
clean the slate, yeah.
Let me restarted vent too.
Yeah, we'll just be a
I
moment.
think. Yeah.
Matt, I'm not enjoying this heat. I'm not ready.
You're not enjoying
Not
this
ready.
feast?
The heat.
Feast? Why?
The
Oh,
heat.
The
The
heat?
heat.
It's
I'm
hot
not ready for
Yeah, it's
this.
been
in
getting hotter.
California. Yeah. It was
Yeah, it's
really
getting
hot
hotter.
here yesterday, but today it was like chillier. I don't know. It
Yeah,
was
it's
really
been
weird.
getting hotter here too.
It's supposed to be a very
into
hot
summer.
summer, actually. So
My
they
brother
say.
Yes.
installed the AC again though, but you know what's funny is he did it a few days ago, and the only reason he actually did it was because our fucking neighbor has been using a pressure washer. And then, granted, he's doing it in the middle of the day, which is normally fine, except that we both work graveyard, so we were both miserable because he would just sit there pressure washing for literally 6 hours straight. Like, so he put that in there just so he could turn the fan on, just to like try to drown it out.
Yeah.
Lol.
Anyway, yeah. He's like, I wanted to just go out and yell at him, like, shut the fuck up! But it's in the middle of the day, like, they're actually being completely reasonable, so it's like he can't really go out and yell at them for,
True.
doing something completely reasonable in the middle of the day, like, just because we have a weird schedule.
What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's exploding.
Oh no. What do we do now though? I guess while we wait for
Well, I only had 2 people roll, so I assume that he's going to, but,
gotcha.
Okay. I think
welcome
there was
back.
another Ventrello window, like, hiding somewhere that I didn't know about, so I'd close that.
Gotcha.
No problem.
My electronic devices have not been liking me lately.
Yeah, I know it's fickle sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to connect to Fantasy Grounds, but you can go on ahead, and if I drop out,
Okay.
I'll
Well,
just...
from the
I
people
try
who
to
He
rolled,
push...
at
can
least
roll
one
for
person
you.
knows how to eat this.
Yeah, Matt, if you just open up the party sheet, you can just roll for him in private. Like, there's a little
If you want me to.
eyeball thing that if it's crossed out, we won't see the roll. But you can even set the DC for it as well.
If it comes to it, yeah.
Alright, well, at least one person of the people who rolled knows how to eat this.
Okay.
So, so these candied spiders are a dark lands delicacy called sweet fats. Crunchy and served cold, they are slightly sweet if eaten dry, but much more delicious drenched with honey sauce. Alas, the honey itself is trapped within the dodecahedron, and opening the container is tricky. So the way you eat this is done by screwing the corkscrew through the spider's head, dipping it in the honey sauce, and then eating just the crunchy belly. So the legs and the head are discarded.
Okay.
As said before, the tricky part is opening the honey container. So, Leon, did you have the intention of rolling immediately?
Uh, yes, I was trying to,
Okay,
but
go
for
ahead
some
and
reason it was not that.
yeah, go ahead and knowledge local or whatever it is that you've been rolling.
Alright.
Okay. So Leon, Flash, and Willem, go ahead and roll. You need to give me a knowledge arcana or spellcraft first.
Alright.
So yeah, the 3 of you roll that arcana or spellcraft. Twenty-one, 24, 29. Okay. Leon, with your 29, you recognize that the container is modeled on a notorious magical item called a Chelish Crux. Opening the magical version requires tracing runes along its 12 faces, and usually failure comes with a blast of energy that harms the user. But fortunately, these containers are non-magical reproductions, but they're still difficult to open. Your familiarity with it will give you a bonus on your roll.
Okay. And this, I don't know how much of a sidebar is this, but how much does this look like the item that we found in the basement of the archives?
It's not like one of those.
Okay. Just didn't want all these spiky chains shooting out everybody and impaling people Hellraiser style.
Yeah. Okay, so now the three of you give me either a disable device check or an intelligence check.
Ooh! It's
I
me!
don't think most of us have disable device.
Oh,
so
foo, I rolled low, but
If it's untrained, it'll have to be an intelligence, Barry. So go ahead and roll intelligence.
but I guess I get a bonus or something from the high spellcraft, so maybe that'll help for that.
oh yeah, that's right.
Your 24 actually wasn't enough. It was just Leon.
No. Okay. Well, hopefully +5 is good enough then.
Alright, now Caleb and Freedom, roll me the intelligence checks or the disable device to see if you guys can open the little 12-sided dice thing.
Oh, I hope it's a different DC for disable device than it is for intelligence check, but
It
if
might be.
it's the same, yeah, because if it's the same, it's yeah, skill checks scale a lot higher than ability checks.
Okay. Oh, 17. Nice, Freedom.
Hey, I got 17.
And Caleb,
Caleb
well, you
has to
rolled a
roll
Did
disable
it have to be
device.
trained?
You gotta give me intelligence.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot worse.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, the good news is that Leon succeeded in opening it, and Freedom succeeded in opening it. Willem, you were very close.
story of my life.
Yeah.
Well,
This whole banquet's just been a disaster for Willem.
Oh, damn. I think Freedom's
You've
fitting
been
in
good
pretty
on the
well.
talking though.
Well, it's just one of those cases where like my character's actually built really well for this sort of thing, but just I've had terrible rolls and yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
your
the
mind
dice
might be set
tell
more
the
on the
story they wanna tell.
objective than
Maybe.
the atmosphere.
Or I'm just sat like too far down the table, maybe.
Okay, so let's see. Willem, you don't manage to open it correctly, but you don't spill the sauce. Same thing with Barry, and same thing with Caleb. You guys didn't bungle the roll though, so that's good. You didn't fail by 5 or more. But yeah, there are only 2 successes, so I gotta mark that.
If this was Cormac, you just get like the knife or whatever and channel force into it.
Yeah.
Just cut the thing open.
Okay, so during this final course, the Queen accepts any gifts her guests have brought. So the other guests begin to give her their gifts, and you notice that she seems to be relatively bored with the gifts she's getting so far, but she dutifully accepts them. But now it's your turns,
Oh, I'll go first.
and your gifts are going to come with a bluff, diplomacy, or intimidate check. So you will give your gift and say a little something for her as you give it. Who wants to go first?
and whoever does use diplomacy can drink that extract to get a +5 bonus against her. Because I think one was given to Amon and Freedom.
Huh? I'm not gonna drink an extract in front of these people.
I mean, I'll do it while they're.
I've been forgetting to
Yeah.
put
We're all-
my
everyone's
+2
doing the
I'll
bonus
do
gift
it
to
while
giving.
while the other people are giving gifts. Like there's not gonna be any attention on me.
If there's no attention
been-
on us, then
I forgot to
yeah.
put my +2 diplomacy to all this because
Probably won't matter because I'll probably have to roll like a
I'll
bluff
have
or
it for this
something.
one.
But like, well, at least bluff I have ranks in, so it wouldn't be as bad as having to roll intimidate when I don't have a single rank in it.
I'm sure flattery will be like a diplomacy.
I would say flattery is more of a bluff.
Well, I guess if you don't mean it, but
Well, it's not that you
yeah,
don't mean it. You're just trying to be witty and like saying something contrary, but that's part of the wit.
gotcha.
Saying something sincere is a diplomacy check. And like coming on strong to her, it would be an intimidate.
Gotcha.
So who's gonna go first?
I will.
All right, Freedom, you're up to bat. The lady awaits.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if this is gonna be an insult to the other people here or not. But Freedom
Don't worry about
has tried to, like, kind of identify that she's just a tiefling, and she's gonna speak Infernal.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to give her the gift, and he is going to be genuine that oh fuck, I already lost my phrasing of how I was going to say it.
That's okay. I'm putting you guys all on the spot.
Yeah. Okay, here's the truth. I admire your physical beauty.
Okay. A man of few words. Go ahead and roll me diplomacy with your gift.
Okay.
A 20. Low roll, but strong bonus with it.
Yeah, I guess I
See
get
if it,
the
offsets it.
extract bonus.
Okay, I thought you weren't drinking it.
Well, they said that, like, there's probably because she's
No,
distracted.
we talked Freedom into it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do the thing. Let's see, this is...
What is this extract called again?
Yeah.
And you were giving her the, like, the exquisite banquet
Oh,
utensils,
focus
right?
scrutiny.
Uh, yeah, like the set of fine. Yeah, it was like 250 gold pieces.
Okay. She smiles and accepts your gift. Who's next?
I mean, I guess I'll go.
Alright, Caleb, you're
Go
up to
for it.
bat. What are you giving her?
I mean, it's nothing too special. It's a spider figurine made of, I think, black obsidian was the thing she liked.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
what are you going to say with your gift? Remember, being sincere is more of a diplomacy.
I'm just gonna
Trying to flatter
thank
her is a bluff.
for.
and- Okay.
Yeah, I just want to thank her for inviting me to her banquet thing. It was an honor to attend, and it was delicious food.
Alright, well, give me a diplomacy. That's a sincere
Which, yeah,
thing to say.
probably isn't the smartest thing for me to do, but I feel like that's what Caleb would do in this situation.
Alright. You do come up as the bit of the country boy here.
Yeah, it's clear that I'm not used to formal events like this.
Hmm. Slip her some mint.
I'm sure they have mint here. It's not outlawed here.
Oh, right. It'll show her how naive you are about
So you
this
said-
area. A lot where we come from. That's all I know.
Did you say
She
think
accepts your
flattery
gift
would be
and she
considered
says, "And thank you for
Oh.
coming." Okay. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Barry will. Oh, go ahead, Amon.
So I'm going to present the collection of books from Ustalov, telling her this collection of books chronicles the history and legends of Ustalov. May they serve as inspiration for forging your own legend.
All right, give me diplomacy.
And then I get the +5 on this roll, so from that forced scrutiny. So this should be, even if I roll low, that's a pretty good roll anyway, or at least decent. Actually, no, the way I'll word it, I'll maybe say something. No, I think how I worded it was fine. I like how I worded it.
All right, she accepts your gift and says that she will pore over them diligently.
Barry will go last. Leon, you go next.
Did you? Oh, you were saying me go next?
Yeah, I'm just trying
Whichever
to
one.
get my
All right.
wording right.
Okay. Matt, you said flattery would be considered a bluff.
A bluff, yeah. Being
All
sincere is a
right.
diplomacy, flattery is a bluff, and coming on strong is an intimidate.
All right. I'll you know, put the cigarette to the corner of my mouth, slick down my hair, put my beret back on, and then walk up to her and say, Mademoiselle, I would like to thank you for your intoxicating presence and conversation tonight. And I think that someone who can get drunk on your presence should get drunk on this Chateau Noir. And I'll present her with the bottle of wine that has a label of a black rose on it.
Okay. You can roll a bluff. You were coming on a little strong there at the end, but sure, go ahead and roll a bluff.
Well, it's flattery. He doesn't know how to do things halfway.
So your gift is, what is it again? It's like fine drink.
Yeah, it's a bottle of dark wine with the label
Okay.
of a black rose on it.
Go ahead and give me a bluff. Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, you already did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And our last guest, Burry.
Flash walk up.
Flash. That's right, Flash.
He walks up, and before he walks up, he actually pulls the raven necklace that he has and makes that more prominent. Like, not completely out, but he just kind of rearranges it to make it more prominent. And
Okay.
he will walk up and present his gift. He says, "For the woman, or for the lady of many tastes, I present you the sleeves of many garments." And he hands it to her, and he says, "I had fun tonight, and thank you for letting us come enjoy the feast."
All right. You can give me diplomacy.
I was supposed to have a +2 diplomacy this whole time because of my cultural adaptation.
Yeah.
Ah,
And
I just forgot.
they're sleeves of many garments.
Yeah, so it's basically like you pull them up over your like arms, and you could choose what your garment is. Like you can
It's a minor magic
magically.
item.
It's a magic item.
You can change your outfit on the spot.
Yep.
Yeah, they're pretty useful actually.
Yeah. I'm sure entertainers would like love those stage change. Yeah.
Yep.
She says, "How thoughtful. and accepts your gift.
Oh, that sounds like a. Oh, great. Okay. But he nods and he'll scurry back.
Okay.
I think it'd be funny if she like actually declined somebody's gift. Like that gift is disgusting. Get it out of my sight.
Well, she would if it was over 500 or below 10. She probably would.
Yeah, I suppose she probably would then.
Yeah, it's the things I got. They're magical, but they're only 200 gold, so it's like right in the perfect price range. That's actually what I was gonna pay for the gloves, and I saw those. I was like, I might as well just get those. Figured that's
Alright,
a
just a
perfect thing
moment.
for a
I gotta
host.
do some calculations.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna grab something to drink.
Let's see if you guys screwed up real bad.
I don't sense that, but what do I know?
I might actually buy another pair
Maybe.
of
I don't know.
those sleeves of many garments for Cantargo. Help with disguises. When we're fleeing, just change my garb to look like something else. Feel like E in the mill we did terrible, but conversation we did good.
Yeah, we're an odd combination of having slovenly table manners but very intellectual discussions.
Well, we weren't here for the dinner, right?
Yeah, we're
The
here for
real
more the
meal was
politics
the
and
talk.
like getting
Yeah.
into the talk.
All right, I'm back with rum.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see. Almost done tallying these up.
One of the nice things about this rum is it comes with this little leather bag. Like one of those flat bottom ones. Actually would work really well as a dice bag. If I didn't already have a dice bag.
Kind of like
Okay,
Crown Royal.
Kind of like
The
the
that,
results
yeah.
have been tallied.
All right.
As the banquet concludes, the guests thank the queen for her banquet, and they prepare to leave. Molly, gets one of your guys' attentions, and she says, "All right,
That went
if
very
now
poorly.
is the time," she says, "now is the time
I don't know you.
that you're gonna get to ask the Queen of Delights for support."
Yeah. So I'll try to discreetly, well, maybe I won't do it because I'm not best at bluff. So maybe I'll ask Leon, who I know is
Well, it
much
may be
better at this sort of
diplomacy
thing.
since you're trying to.
No, I want it to be discreet though. So I want you to discreetly say, like, if you could give us a moment of your time, like, somewhere, not out in the open.
Okay. Oui, j'arrive. I can do that.
And I'm
And
hoping that we left enough of an impression throughout the feast that she will be willing
Well,
to
who
do
do you
that.
think
But
she
if
liked
not,
more, me or Leon? Maybe I can swoon her.
well, no offense, Freedom, but you're not exactly subtle.
Maybe that's what she wants.
That's right. As
I mean, I don't know.
roll a cigarette.
Maybe the subtlety doesn't actually matter. We're not in Cantargo right now, but if you
Who
just
do
want to
we
go
think
openly ask,
would be the?
if you just want to go over and openly say, "Hey, yo, we want to have a chat with you about, something important involving
Is that what you say?
political matters, then feel free. You can just go do that. But yeah, the way
Well,
that
I wasn't
I
gonna
would
spill all the details.
otherwise,
I mean, whoa.
but otherwise
Kind of
that's what
putting
I
words
was
in my
planning
mouth,
to
but
do is having it be more yeah, like a discreet kind of. But anyway, yeah, that's what Amon suggests.
All right. Well, she waves a hand dismissively at you, and she says, "I've already made my decision based on your performance at my table."
Wait, what? No, I was talking to the party.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead.
Yeah, I was talking about how who we want to have go over and talk to her, but I guess if there's not even a check, I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, hold on.
I mean,
What do you guys say to her?
if Amon is looking, excuse me, if Willem is, asking, you know, me to try and like drop a hint, more subtly, so I'd happily, volunteer.
I think it's better. It's best just if he like if uh Amon goes up there and like actually tries to diplomacy her, like try to
Yeah, or
convince her
Freedom
for the
could do it
cause.
too.
Yeah, either
Freedom's
one.
basically
Yeah,
just as good at diplomacy as I am.
because it's kind of I feel like bluffing, like diplomacy is what we need. Like that's how you gain allies.
Okay,
So
well, I mean, yeah, like I said, if we're not worried about trying to like keep it under wraps, then fine,
nah,
we can.
I'm not too worried about it here. I mean we kind of already kind of showed our true colors with what we said, so
true.
Sure. I'm just like worried about like if things go poorly, like if about people knowing about a meeting happening, like you wanted it to be kind of more clandestine, I guess. But
I'm
yeah,
sure
all right.
she will control her room. I don't know. All the guests. I don't know. She'll maybe excuse
Okay,
everybody if
I'm
yeah.
overthinking it. Maybe I guess it sounds like
Maybe.
everyone else disagrees with me. So we'll just go talk to her.
Okay, you go talk to her.
Yeah. I'd
Yeah,
like to
And
at
what do you say
least
specifically?
say uh we would like to discuss something with you as one of the masks of Fire involving the future of Kintargo and
Okay.
its recent upheaval.
So she says, "My darlings, your performance at my table has already given me my decision. No need for theatrics."
All right.
She
Well, I thought I
smiles
disagreed there.
radiantly, and she says, "Of course, Vire will support your bid for freedom." As if she kind of knew, like, what you guys were here for.
I'll look a little um confused, I guess, and say, can you truly say or commit to that without speaking with the other masks, or has this something that you've already discussed?
She says, "I know this little banquet is nothing compared to the complex political machine you speak of that is at work, but I assure you, as the Queen of Delights, when the time comes to throw off Thrune's shackles, Vire will be there to aid you."
Okay, well, I guess I can't really ask for more than that. So,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well,
okay. Well, I'm very pleased to hear that. Uh, and I guess what the unsaid part here is I'm waiting to see if she has anything she wants from us in that case.
Oh no, she has little more to say and she bids you farewell.
Okay. Well, I guess that went pretty
Alright.
well then. Do I think that she is serious about that, or does it seem like she's just trying to blow us off? I'm gonna roll a sense motive. Like I'm like looking for a trap or something here.
You have
I
a plus
guess.
10 bonus.
Amon is. Oh yeah, if the thing is still on the focus scrutiny, then that would be I get a plus 10 bonus, right? Is that only just one
Yep.
check though?
You think that you don't think
No,
she's
it's-
she has any other things she's hiding?
Okay. So she's either very good at hiding, or she's actually legitimately gonna help us. Okay, good. Well, I'm gonna choose to believe that we were successful here.
Yeah, you guys earned 28 banquet points. You needed 20 to succeed at getting
We
Okay.
rocked it.
her aid.
We actually did really
But
well
did
then.
we very succeed? I bet if we
Maybe
got 30,
there actually
we
is
would've.
something higher than 28.
If we got like 30,
Getting
it
Yeah,
was
10 or
29.
less
bonus.
would have been like the not succeed here. Or well, 19 or fewer points. She
Yeah,
would
I was thinking about that.
she
I
would
was
have
like,
questioned you.
it might have been interesting to. I don't even know if it's possible to like continue the, but I imagine you can fail it and still continue the AP, and you just don't have fire support, and like that ends up making things harder. But I don't know. It could be wrong. Maybe there's something that happens later where it's like if you don't have virus support, you pretty much just auto lose.
I'm sure if you like max
I mean, I
succeed, got
honestly probably
everything,
not.
it's probably like she instantly helps you.
Maybe. Like it could be one of those things where there's no way to like no matter what you get, it's more conditional or something. Like the worse you fail it by or something. Who knows? But it's hard to say sometimes because sometimes they have those one like it's kind of like the old problem where somebody's like talking about like if you're running like an adventure and you make it so somebody has to pass a perception check to find the clue and then nobody passes it and you're like, well, shit, now we're at a dead end. Where it's like one of the ways you solve that is you just make it so like they always find the clue no matter what, but the check just determines how quickly they find it or like if they find extra stuff about it or something, like, you know what I mean? Like especially like a thing for investigative based role playing games like Trail of Cthulhu or something. But yeah.
Yep.
So what's going on?
Finding the
Alright,
one secret door that you need to get down
what do
to
you
the
guys do?
dungeon.
I guess we leave.
I guess we go back to Molly Mayapple's place, probably accompanying
Yep.
her because
She's
yeah.
yeah, she's already heading out.
Yeah.
I'll bid her adieu and thank her for the evening and go with everybody on out.
Um
So, how about the rest of you?
and then yeah. We'll
Barry follows.
do I know where Captain Sargetta's staying, by the way?
Yeah, there's a hostel or inn that he's staying at.
Okay. Do I know also like how late is it? Is it late enough that if I sent a
It's
message
like
to him that it would
10.
annoy him?
It's late, it's evening. I don't know, he's probably up.
Okay. If I think he's probably up, then um I will cast Whispering Wind to send a message to
Okay.
him, telling him.
Before you do that, and before
Oh,
you guys
okay.
leave, uh, the lady holds up a finger and she says, "One more thing."
Aha! I
One
knew there was a
more
catch.
thing.
All right.
She points to Amon and to Leon, and she beckons.
All right.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
go over to her.
I will approach.
Except that my name's not Amon, it's Willem Duval Funline in
Or
Hugo.
Willem, yes. Willem.
You will never recognize me. I have a fake face right now.
She says to you that, would you mind remaining behind for a private conversation with me?
I'm going to sense motive on this.
Sure,
Is
you can
this
sense motive.
business or pleasure? I don't know what to make of this. I'm
Well,
very
you got
confused.
a 23 because he's still got the
I
sense motive
suppose,
thing
yeah.
going.
What's going on
Uh,
in here? I don't get it.
Are you gonna? Do you want to roll Leon, or are you just gonna eyeball it?
Nah, he's just gonna see where this goes.
Okay. Well, if your result is a 23, Willem, then thanks to the aid of magic, you are reading between the lines and recognizes that the queen is more interested in physical companionship than she is in chatting with you.
Oh, okay.
Oh lord.
Dang
And it
it!
seems that it's the same with Leon too. You two were tied for the highest amount of points individually.
Oh
You guys
Dang,
man.
I
both
thought
had
I
an 8.
I
Freedom
thought I
was
failed.
close with a 6.
I thought I failed a lot of rolls, but I guess I did
Caleb
better
had
than I
4
thought.
and Barry came up with 2.
Although a lot of the knowledge checks I might have done well on and not seen them, so that might be part of it too.
Amon, you bungled some of the well, not bungled, but you didn't pass some of the like the eating things, but your way with words is what has really gotten her attention. Kind of the same with
Yeah, that's
Leon
fair.
too. Your your flatteries and stuff, your witty remarks. Um, Freedom actually gave her one of the best gifts. That +3 at the end was big for you.
Oh
Mm.
yeah.
I tried to swoon her with the
Yeah, freedom.
infernal, but I was being genuine with diplomacy, so
Did that
it
give?
wasn't.
Did that actually help? I feel like it would. But
The gift, yeah.
well, I
Freedom's
meant
gift
her
was worth a
speaking
+3.
infernal.
No,
I meant her
infernal.
speaking infernal. I was
Yeah,
wondering
of the
if that
flattery.
helped too, or if
I
that
mean,
was kind
I
of.
liked it. I think it was appropriate.
I wasn't sure. I feel
But
like some tieflings might actually be like, ugh.
yeah,
But
I get you.
she seems like she's kind of like okay with being it. Like, I don't know. Like some of it doesn't seem like she's someone who's like, I don't know, ashamed of being a tiefling or anything like that. So
No, she's
she
not.
seems pretty confident about who she is. So, okay, well I'll stick around, I guess.
All right, how about you, Leon?
Well, let's see. I I thought that, some sort of deal was gonna go down, not of the physical sort, but I guess once, things start to become obvious, I'll, tell Willem that you are used to being in consorts with devils and the like. No, I'll let you take it from here. And
Okay.
I'll, because, like at some point I probably would have excused myself to the bathroom, used one of my open slots to brew a thing of invisibility in a minute, and then hightailed it
Stuck
out of there.
away. He's like, no thanks. I don't want no part of this.
Tell her that I was unfortunately called away to do something heroic. We
All
are
right.
rebels, you
You're
know.
really putting me on the spot here, but all right. I will do it. I'll consider it a favor for a friend.
We are you unjust. And I'll walk up the wall and out of there.
All right.
Spider climb up the wall.
Yeah.
Well, you're lucky that Leon was the one who decided to bow out of this.
Am
Hmm.
I? Wait, who's
Because
lucky?
in the case of two PCs who are tied, she wants the one with the higher charisma score.
Okay.
And the
Can
difference is
we?
12 and 14.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have the higher charisma score anyway.
Your devilish good looks.
Uh so you accept her offer then.
Yeah, I'll spend the night here
All right.
instead.
Yeah, you will do that. And as the paintings would make it clear, the night is filled with eroticism.
Sure. As I used to famously say at a previous Pathfinder group that
But there's
you
a bonus
can
here.
just say you can roleplay that on your own.
So you get some brownie points here with her.
Okay, that's good.
And she offers into a personal alliance with the Silver Ravens now as well.
Ooh, okay.
This will help you in some way, as revealed later. And she also gives you some advice.
All right.
She
I'm happy to hear
warns
advice.
you about one of the guests who is here tonight.
Is it that weird halfling? I got
No.
strange vibes on her.
She
The
talks
Chelish man?
about the elder Tian woman.
Okay, she was not on my radar at all.
Mm-hmm. She points out that this old woman, named Hei Fen, seemed unusually interested in you guys. That while she's quiet, I can see that her attention was on you.
Do you think she might be like a sleeper agent for Brazilite Thrune, perhaps?
No. And no.
Alright, well, we'll be...
She serves a more obfuscated master.
Like a veiled master, I hope not. We had to deal with one of those a while ago.
No, she says no more,
Okay,
but she
well,
leaves you with a warning.
Yeah, we will, I will hopefully keep an eye out for her, I guess. But alright, cool.
Alright, we'll end the session there, and I gotta tally up XP.
Alright.
Let's see here. There's a lot of like resource tracking in this one.
Right.
But I think it worked pretty
Yeah.
well.
Good time.
This was pretty fun.
Yeah, I had fun.
I'm gonna check my notes to see if I see what the names of the guild masters were, because Hey Finn sounds familiar, and I feel like that was the name of the Tian woman of the Grey Spiders. And if Molly Mayapple's still alive, there's no reason that she isn't either.
Maybe.
Though we did see that skeleton with like the weird spider legs in the vault. So yeah. I'll check my notes.
Just looking at my notes too, but I don't know if I wrote anything down about that.
Okay, 16,000 is what you earn for the banquet.
Yep, that's
Jeez.
fucking her.
That's not each though, right?
Not each, that's the total.
Yeah, dang.
Trust me, it could have been way more. You guys got like half on a lot of these
Dang,
because
we're bad.
very few people successfully ate the dinners.
Yeah, I didn't have the knowledges, so...
Yeah. But you guys got the alliance with her. And that's what's important here.
So Hafen actually
we
was
go.
one of the guild mistresses, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. I
Okay, well that's
took those
interesting
notes.
then. How long ago was that though? Like Molly's really old. Was Hafen like an old woman?
She looked
The elderly
fairly
Tian
young in the
woman?
painting, I think. Right?
She was
Yeah, she
elderly.
looked
Okay,
younger
so
in the
yeah.
painting.
But yeah, she was elderly here, so that would make sense then. Okay, so yeah, huh. Yeah, I'm sure that I'm sure we'll never encounter her again, and this is just a red herring, definitely for sure.
Yeah. Alright, I've given you guys your experience and your experiences. That'll be it for tonight. Hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a social
So-
encounter. I don't
Yeah,
know if it
mission
actually used social
Envire
encounter
accomplished.
rules,
Yeah.
but yeah, because they have like they do have like they do actually have a rule set, like social encounter rule set. I know they use it in War for the Crown.
Yeah, I mean, not so much here.
Yeah.
This is more like
This
a...
was
I'm gonna head out. I will
this was
talk to you
before
guys
those
next time.
rules.
Take
Bye.
care.
That's the AP. If you like sessions like this, play that AP because it's a lot more of this type of stuff.